What is going down, TSL family? Thor, Basement Boy Banner, Dale, Shadow Crest Designs, back together. We're back again for another live stream. It's the Exotics tournament this afternoon.
It feels like forever since we've been announcing together.
Really? No, I feel like it's been like 2 minutes.
Yes.
That tag team tournament wore me out. Wore me out this morning.
I refueled with some In-N-Out.
I refueled with a little sushi bowl. Like a burrito bowl, but with sushi stuff. It was good. It was like a burrito place, technically.
Yeah, burrito sushi.
Yeah. I've never done that before. I think we're just gonna get it started, and then definitely.
Then what we'll do is at least one of us will sit here, and then we'll just back and forth.
All right, so we're gonna start on ring 1, and we're gonna start with Carlos Garcia and Wu.
I talked to Charlie as well. Charlie said he's going to be sitting down with us every now and then when he gets a chance.
We'll have multitudes of guests coming through during the Exotics tournament, giving myself and Dale breaks.
We have a big day tomorrow.
Standard is tomorrow, and I want to save everything I can for that. We're hoping we can get this Exotics tournament in tonight. But we will find out. Ring 2's getting going already. Ring 1, Director Terry has Carlos, our blue fighter, and Wu, our red fighter.
Both fighting with a pike.
Blue gets a point, goes up 1-0 early. Now this is a single elimination, first to 10 points. So
I think we're going to see a lot of fighters fighting with the pike today.
What all Exotics does Exotics, what all
pike,
type of weapons?
Aaron Riley's over here fighting with standard.
Okay.
Just a standard. So you can do that. You got your dual wielding. You have your staff.
Cross guard, and pike. Pike has won it every year.
Yes.
Jason Newing, the two-time champ,
has basically won it every year.
Jason Newing, the two-time champ, is in the field, so he's definitely a favorite. Other people to watch, Chris Besserell, who had a good showing in the tag team tournament. He's got a pike. He'll be in it. Carlos Garcia,
Jordan, who was one of the winners, Blankenship, is also in it.
Jordan, yep.
So he's probably a good person to watch. We saw his prowess today with Standard in the tag team.
Now we'll see. There's a lot of fighters fighting in it who didn't fight this morning.
Yes.
We'll see if they're a little fresher and got a little more in the
sure
tank.
That's going to take
in the later rounds.
You have to take that into account.
Maybe in the early rounds too. We might get an upset. You might have a tired fighter who just doesn't have it. After that grueling tag team tournament this morning.
So far, Red. It looks like Red took a point there, bringing them up to 3-2 in the first ring.
Ring number 1.
Yes.
Carlos Garcia, white and black, blue fighter. Wu, black and red, our red fighter.
Look at that. He went low on there. And you notice they weren't planting their feet, and he was able to just lift his feet and not take the point. No contact on that. They continue.
4-2. Red with a 2-point advantage. Looks like Blue got in
kept
there.
It out there. He did the good old, just hold it out there till they run into it. Did not see that one, so we'll go off.
Nope. Simultaneous called.
So far, we are 4-3, Red up.
Let me know how the stream's coming in. I'm watching it a little bit. You are just on time. We are just getting underway. These are the opening 2 matches in the Exotic tournament. We're going to go until pretty much the tournament's over or CombatCon kicks us out this evening.
I have a feeling CombatCon will be bringing in security.
They are probably going to have to kick us out because we have 44 fighters in the Exotics tournament.
Luckily, it's not best of 3.
But 2 rings, 10 points, single elimination rounds. It should go by fairly quickly.
Yeah, we are dressed to get this done fast tonight. Look at him, came up from underneath.
Hold. Blue gets another point. 5-4
Didn't even take his time on that one. Terry looks happy with that one. Whatever happened.
Terry's got a big old smile on his face.
I think when you do as much as you do to get this going on and to see it come together, you just have to smile a little bit, right?
Blue gets another point. We're tied up at 5 now.
Yeah, 5 up. Or tennis, 5 all. The thing with the pike is it's such a long saber. It comes down to really who hits first.
Right.
You know?
Right. Reach comes into a play a little bit more.
Yeah. You do have a shorter overall blade allowed for the pike, but not too short that you don't get any flex, because if it flexes, you're not hurting.
Right.
You know, if you get no flex, I mean, you're breaking bones. And people don't realize these hits
hurt.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel good. It's not like
No.
hitting your
You see how
brother
he
with
came in, yeah.
with a target lightsaber when you're a kid. Blue gets another point, and
He's
it
up
is
6-4.
now 6-4.
You know, I do like to see when people come in without the pike a little bit, you
Yeah.
know, giving it a little bit of a chance. So red gets a point, 5-6.
I would love to see something other than a pike win this year.
Duel. I'd love to see dual win, because I think if anything can really go up against a pike, it's going to be the dual wielding.
Blue gets another point, 7-5.
Looks like Mark Carrico moves on against Aaron Riley in the first round.
Blue gets another point, 8-5.
The 3-point deficit here. That's getting hard to come back from. It looks like
Final exchange coming up here. Nope, time.
there's nothing. Time!
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. They're 5-8
It's
at this
8-5.
point. Yeah.
Yep. It's 3 points. So is this stoppage at hit like the? Okay, we're stopping the clock at the hit like we did in the earlier tournaments. Over 50 in the women's. Yep.
Which is good. I think this is going to go by pretty quick, actually. If they keep on this.
That will lengthen it slightly, but I don't think long enough to make us run like way over time. 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock is supposed to be the done time. 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock is supposed to be the done time. So we should be out of here by 10.
Yeah.
At least I hope so.
We got jokes on the table.
We do. All right. What are you looking at?
I was just seeing if she was in the green.
Our frames per second's like 15. That's why for sports it's so choppy,
Yep.
because they're moving so fast that 15 frames per second just can't keep up.
Yeah.
I mean, the camera's shooting in 60.
Yeah.
Or no, 30. So even at that, it's not super clean, but it's a lot cleaner than at 15. But
Hey, we're getting
hopefully the
something.
live stream is coming through nice and clear. Let's see who's up next in our ring. Either Phil Seward and Brian Williams, or Richard Melody and Nero Lynx. Looks like we're getting Nero. We're getting Nero and
Yeah. Nero's the one that we liked earlier, actually.
Richard Melody. These are two fighters that
quick
I'm not
fighters.
familiar with, except from the earlier
fighting. Yeah.
tag team. Yep.
Good guy.
Out of Arkansas.
Really?
He
Yeah,
definitely
he's a
has a
little
fencing
dude.
style.
He wears hot pants.
And then, yeah, it's good. Charlie just standing right in the middle of the live stream camera. Say hello, Charlie. No, you're good, Charlie.
No, we only warned you 5 times.
He wasn't paying attention. There's the one over there, too. But you stood right next to it. You were perfect when you were over there.
We told the judges to just watch
All right,
themselves.
how about, you know what? I'm going to let Gerard hop in here with Dale.
Yeah.
I'm going to step out for a minute.
Gerard is a beautiful man, and that's why we're happy to get him in here to talk, where we can't actually see him.
Who
which is, oh no, he's just breaking things. He's got the, what are those, size 14s? No, just the flippers coming in.
She may not look like much, but she's got it where it counts, kid.
All right, so we're calling over here. We got Nero versus who was the other fighter? Nero versus
Medley and Lynx,
Medley,
I believe.
yeah.
Medley and Lynx, yeah.
I like this. See, I don't like when they're both pike.
Right.
You know, personally. I love dual wielding when it's used correctly.
Well, if I understand correctly, the gentleman dual wielding is from Arkansas, and he's the teacher for
fencing,
for both Haydens from Arkansas, so Jason and his son. And they said dual wielding is really his bread and butter, and it
See
looks
how he
like
came
it.
in?
He's getting in under that pike, so looks like we're.
Well, with the pike, I mean, you really have to like just grab them and get in there.
It's a matter of got to get it out of the way on your way in
Yeah.
if you're not already on your way.
It's like blue's up 1 point. Oh, I like that. He's the more flourish with this is because it's that block.
Yep.
It's not just flourish with the two-handed, you know.
But they're keeping it neck and neck,
Yeah,
2 and
2
2 in the live stream ring.
Here we go. Oh, the
That's
pike
one of-
just right in. There's
it's
not
a-
much you can do.
It's
with
a
the pike.
shorter pike.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like it's full length.
What
all
would
the
you
way.
call that? That would be like a. That's almost. Couldn't he put the cross guard on that? It's short enough for the cross guard. I think.
I am not as cute as Aaron Riley,
Yeah.
so I could not answer that for you
I'm with
today,
you,
my
man.
bub. But
I think it is. He'd have to, I believe, lower the initial, the first plate. Yeah, right from underneath. The thing with the pike, it's pretty deadly
and
in these formats, which is why we'll see a lot of them today.
I'm digging the hockey jersey motif that we've got going on here.
It's kind of like a Kevin Smith look.
Yeah, a little bit. Red's trying to work his way back up. Getting those, using those Jaguar pants to distract the opponent.
All day. I've been talking about those hot pants all day. Oh, right in. Beautiful.
Attempted the thrust, but looks like it got caught in the leg on the way in.
Yeah.
You got that dual wield. You want to use one of them and put them on the pike and
We
use
got a
the other one
broken
to
Saber
strike.
on this end. Oh, just
Got a-
he blocked up with his shield hand and attack.
That's the way to make dual wield work against it, unless you want to go for a. Ooh.
Would you see that where he
over
blocked
the
and then?
hanging umbrella block is what
Yeah.
that's
Oh, is
called.
that okay?
Yep, umbrella block
You
when
know
you go
more than
over
me
here.
on this end.
Not by much. I watch a lot of YouTube, Dale.
Yes.
A lot of YouTube.
As I start to work with people who don't have as much, I'm watching more YouTube to sort of like gain something, to have something to say at the practices.
Well, we're gonna run out of things to say here in a second because Blue is up 8-4, and
Just bringing it.
looks like he's trying to. And it's just an uphill battle against. Just an uphill battle against a pike, pretty much no matter what you bring. You've got some of the similar reach on the staff, but you've got it's got its whole other set of downsides.
Yeah, the best I've ever seen somebody do against a pike was dual wielding, and it was with 2 full-length sabers.
Right.
They asked to have that allowed, and they allowed him. I cannot remember who it was. They allowed him to fight with 2 full-length sabers,
Right.
dual wielding, and that's about the best I've seen anybody do up against that. Oh yeah,
That
just right in.
long poke, right in between.
And that is why you're going to see 75% of the fighters out here with the pike.
Reach is life, Dale.
Yeah.
That's you know.
Hey, we were born with it.
It's disadvantage when you're doing push-ups, though.
Yes, all day in the military. I'll tell you, you just said something very similar. You get the short arm guys during basic training just laughing, just down there doing it in the push-up position, and I'm sitting there like the end of days. Beautiful, 10-7. He did keep it in a good area though.
Yeah, it was well fought. They kept it close, stayed within range, but just couldn't finish it out.
Couldn't do it. You're right, though. That is a much shorter pike.
The pike.
Pike.
This is gonna be a fun. This is gonna be a fun fight. Jesse Gill versus Nidia Nero. Nidia is one of mine from Florida.
Have you seen Jesse's sheet?
Yes.
So when he lights it up, yeah, very cool. And they're talking about offering them too for people who are interested.
I had not seen him light it up inside the sheath.
Jesse, you got to light that up.
Jesse is getting his camera ready.
Yes.
He's gonna.
He's one of our local SoCal guys, and he's done a lot for us to make our overall visual entertainment much better.
Objectively better than anyone else in TSL at selfies.
Of course. Of course.
Jesse's fabulous. He works for the
other
Nerdist
guy.
blog.
Yeah.
And we're super glad to have him. Nidia is out of Orlando, Florida. She's going to dual wield. She's the one who rolls around wearing Yoda.
The other person that helps out a lot, and we're trying to get him out in a more international area, is a guy by the name of DeAndre. And he has he works with a lot of equipment where you keep it smooth, like the smooth camera type stuff. Get some really good shots out there. Yeah, with the gimbals, Steadicam, all that type of stuff.
And chicken necks.
Looks really professional.
Just mount the camera on the head of a chicken.
Yes.
Looks like Jesse's finished up getting his media presence squared away, and he's getting.
So Jesse did have too much lunch. It took 3 of us to get him back in his armor today. I'm not lying. One was pushing this way. One was pushing this way, and I was getting the buckles.
That is a genuine concern.
One thing Jesse's going to have to watch out for is his getting called on power. That is something that has been a running theme in some of his matches. But as he becomes a stronger fighter, you see less of those calls, and I think that's with a lot of us.
It's all about control. Nidia is she can be a more defensive fighter with a single saber, but she really feels in her element with the dual saber, and I think we'll see some really interesting advancement from her. So got a full corner,
You all have
as
a really
is
good group of people out in Florida.
we have a culture of family and support, and you're never ever going to find a Florida fighter with an empty corner.
Yeah, no, and that's great, and especially when watching during the what's it called, the tag team. You guys were all over. Yeah, and it's almost like when you end, like in between matches, it was more like a party. You had the music going, you had people dancing, and stuff like that doesn't just happen. That's something you work at.
We're here to have fun.
Yeah.
I mean, how seriously can you really take it when you're waggling glow bats at each other and trying to poke each other in the nose with them?
But you don't just get that.
Yeah.
You cultivate that where people that come into your area think we need to act this way because this is what everybody else is acting
Exactly.
like.
We make it a point to fit people into the culture of support and camaraderie and sharing.
Isn't that what TSL's all about?
I freaking hope so. If not, I'm in the wrong organization.
Yeah.
Trying very hard not to cuss on this live stream,
Oh,
Dale.
me too. I was in the Army. It just happened. Yeah.
I did
I'm
12
pretty
years
good.
myself.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I did 8. Yeah, it was fun.
We have a disproportionate number of members in TSL from the medical field and from the military,
Yes.
both.
Well, it's something about those type of fields where I think that for the medical ones, they just want to get out and do something crazy. And for military, we're born crazy.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a good way to blow off steam for two stressful professions. We've got Jesse with the green saber wearing blue, and
He is
Nidia with
now
the blue
2-0.
sabers wearing red. And it is 2-0 for Jesse right now.
So Jesse's doing a lot of up on the top type stuff to get through her block.
You guys like my directing?
Oh, I love the rainbow blade.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Made it.
Absolutely.
Oh, I saw you start smiling. Man, your smile was as big as this, man. There was a block, and Terry thought it was the best thing in the world. He just had smile from ear to ear.
Terry gets super energetic. He is for the directors. He's one of the best line judges in all the TSL because he will run up and down. Good honor call. Needy is on the board, and it looks like it's 4-1.
Blocked his downward strike going upward, caught him in it, and just slammed it into his shoulder. It looked like.
Now, Terry's a highly entertaining line judge. He will run up and down the line, catching the director's attention and pointing aggressively at what he saw.
What do you think is going on?
Looks like Needy's trying to reach underneath to get the wrist and working her way back up. 4-2 currently.
She's getting into her own.
She does.
Sometimes with us it takes a second. You got to
get that comfortability level.
Doing. You know, Mark once told me you have 3 points to figure out what to do next.
Yep.
Oh, there it is. Oh, I'm liking this.
Excellently done.
I am liking her style. I thought she got that, but that was a well, I mean, just from me looking, not that I disagree.
Definitely.
2-5 though. You know, Jesse goes out and practices with Daniel Lane too.
That is, I can see that in his style. I can see you can tell the fighters that come out from the flourishers and the choreographers, and they always have that little bit of extra flair, which is fabulous to watch.
Yeah.
So many people come to TSL looking for, movie style fights that are, the flipping and the spinning, and it's just not not something you find very often with somebody who can combine that with real martial skill.
And Lane is sort of taking a break at points because of the new baby and not getting a chance to spar as much. But he's been coming out to Dark Watch again lately, and so we've been getting a good look at him. So he's been training with some of the guys out of San Diego. So it's nice to get someone like that out and about training, especially with people like Jesse, who are coming out and trying to do the most with TSL with their own video stuff.
Thor, how do I see the comments on the live stream? I don't want to press anything and break your shit.
Looks like Jesse is up 3-7, so Jesse has 7. Sort of said that backwards. Oh, she did.
Honor call.
Side,
She got it.
Yeah.
And she's clapping for it. 7-4. Everybody's still in range of being able to win this battle.
Just came right in. Flourish, flourish, flourish. Strike. Which can be hard to see at times. All that spinning as it's just running at you. If you're not used to fighting that way, it can be a little bit of a trial.
Absolutely. The trick with that is you want to get in between someone's rhythm. You want to time your strikes and your parries for when they are in the middle of their.
I believe they call it tempo.
Yeah.
So one thing I tell people who are just getting started when they see that stuff, sometimes just stick your saber out. Hit their saber as they're spinning it. And break up their tempo.
Sticking your saber out is the primary technique for fighting Charlie Cummings.
Yes.
The charging turtle,
Yes.
Charlie Cummings. You basically want to just jab it in his face.
Do you want to take a match or two? Okay. Uh-oh.
He said I broke stuff. Here's one too.
Oh, this is it. So I wish we were watching this over here. We actually have two dual wielding fighting.
Oh, that's fun to watch. One fighting with two equals. No, both are a long and a short. That's pretty fascinating. I wish we could turn the cameras for you guys. We have 2 rings going on in order to not be here for a week and a half.
Cool. Yeah, I'm just trying to. I've been sprinting lately, so I've been locking up, man. I gotta get up and walk.
Well, we're gonna get ready for our next duo in Ring 1. I'm gonna look at some of these comments here. As always, lots and lots of Floridians being here with us in spirit and through the interwebs. So, hello to you, Kat, and hi, Josh. Josh, I believe Chris Beckerell is fighting with staff, as is his thing. Hi, Janet. Anthony
All right.
Safodi, I see you, 7 in the Marines. Thank you for your service as well.
I'm back.
And I am joined once again by the man with the golden throat.
Well,
Thor
man with a
Borker.
sore throat, mouth of the Midwest still, but, golden throat, I don't know. We'll see tomorrow. How this thing holds up. Standard's coming. But
That's going to be a long day.
no, not as long as today. Today is the long day.
You think
Tomorrow
so?
will be
Okay.
shorter.
All right.
Tomorrow doesn't start till noon.
Oh, my.
It's over at 8.
Okay. All right.
This isn't over until 10. And this is the second tournament.
That's over by 8.
All right.
That's enough time to get 2 Vegas
What do we got
escorts,
here? I wouldn't know anything about that. I'm getting married in 16 days.
You said you're getting married in 16 days?
Yes, sir.
Congratulations,
Thank you.
man.
August 16th.
That's fabulous.
Who's up next in this ring?
We just had Gill and Nero in ring 1. I think they're about to call him out. We'll see.
We're either getting George Pritchard and Jason Hayden, or no, we're getting that because Lauren Madden, I'm pretty sure, is in this ring over here. I saw her in one of the corners. Yeah,
Lauren Madden's there.
I'm pretty sure she's fighting in this ring next,
Okay.
or she already fought.
She has not fought that I saw.
Well, she was over there. Did Lauren Madden win? Oh, yeah. She won. Melody, did Lauren Madden win? No? Okay. But she did fight. Okay.
Kicking
Yeah,
and screaming.
she
How
did
are you?
fight.
Sorry?
Okay, so it looks like
a
Christopher
little one. It wasn't too
Don
bad.
Shadow moved
Pressure
on in
didn't
that
strike.
match versus
So,
Lauren
how are you?
Madden. So I think,
Not
I
today.
think we're getting, we're getting,
I
okay.
have no idea. What is it?
We're getting Jay Madden
No, I
and
do not
Tom
have one of these
DiMartino.
two.
So we're getting Lauren's husband. We're getting
Jay Madden.
Jay Madden. What did
All
I say?
right, and it looks like he's
Tom DiMartino.
Tom DiMartino. Outstanding.
So
So,
we got Maryland versus California.
And another Saber mix-up, sort of. We've got Tom DiMartino in the all-black armor with the Grendel mask in blue with the red pike. And we have Jay Madden wearing Dr. Doom on the red side with the dual-wield purple and red.
We have Skeletor and Dr. Doom in this tournament. It's bad guys everywhere.
About time. We've had good guys for long enough. So Jay raises up that pike and smacks the leg underneath it. We'll see how effective he is with the short shielding saber. So getting a lot of congratulations on the live stream for you getting married soon, Thor.
Oh, thank you.
16 days. She okay with you stepping out at the critical planning time to come to TSL?
We are about 98% complete. So yes, I asked her.
There you go.
Before I made the reservation like 6 months ago that we'd be all right with this and
Get
we
it
had
all
everything
done before you go,
yeah,
so that's
I
smart,
was
man.
Good to go. Good to go.
Oof. So the hard thrusts, neither one made contact. Jay reached out and hit Tom DiMartino's arm. So
It's 1-1 right now.
We're gonna go 2-1 red at this point.
That is correct. We're blazing through round 1 already.
Well, round 1 had quite a few buys, and even some double matches in the buys because of the odd number of fighters that we had. So
It's true.
we'll be able to tear through the majority of the first round, air quotes, and get into a full second here shortly. So Jay holding on to a lead with his fingernails, 3-2 against Tom DiMartino, but Tom gives him the honor call to make it 4-2 red.
now.
We have not done this in a while, you and
No,
me,
it's
Thor.
been it has been a while. It has been a while.
I think last time we did this, we were on ESPN.
Awakening was a little over a year ago. They're actually having their Ocho presentation, I think, next week again.
I know.
We won't be on it this year, but that's all right.
Hey, that's
we got this going on.
We had a good time. I was in a bow tie. It was crazy.
I'm curious to see how some of the fighters who went deeper in the tournament earlier
Mhm.
do in this afternoon's tournament.
Oh, it's so
Because
exhausting.
We're seeing Tom right now down 4-3, not a big deficit, but Jay didn't fight earlier.
Right.
So, or wait, he
In
was
tag
no,
team?
He did
Yes,
fight,
he did.
fight.
He and
But
his wife fought
they
together in
went
tag
out-
team.
They went out earlier in the tag team. Tom
Yeah.
and them made it all the way to the
finals.
To the
that's
finals.
right. They took Tom and his.
Or no.
Tom and his partner took
third.
third.
Place, the
Yeah.
third place match. Yep.
Yep.
Semifinals.
It's funny because Tom and his partner took third from me and Chris, and me and Chris were the ones that put out Jay and his wife,
Yeah.
Madden. So.
Okay,
in
and your
tag
guys'
team.
first match.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
Blue 4-4 now, tied up. Jay dueling as Dr. Doom. We got a Pike.
Jay is not getting a whole lot of action with that short saber, and I imagine that has something to do with the length of the pike. But he seems to be defaulting to those long reaches with the right hand, which
You really need to use the short saber to deflect the Pike
Exactly.
and the long saber to strike with.
exactly. But he seems to be finding success with it because he keeps he's keeping it close, 5-5, all tied up.
That's true. It is close.
And
Who won that last year? Gosh, I'm trying to think. God, it was a real nice guy, I heard.
I heard he was a jerk.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
going
he
to say
didn't deserve it at all.
low-key douchebag. But, that was you. You, my
It
friend.
was. I did. I
So,
took Charter Rep of the Year
You'll
for
be
2018.
handing that honor over to a new person for this
Absolutely,
next year.
and my honor to do so. I was privy to the votes that came in and privy to the owners. So the members put out their nominations for Charter Reps of the Year, and they do take into account the numbers of nominations. But it's not a democratic process. At the end of the day, the owners make the final decision, and so I was privy to that decision-making process, and I could not be more excited
With who they chose?
for how it turned out this
Okay,
year. So
awesome.
it's going to be fabulous.
We got
We're
more
super happy.
simultaneous happening in the match. 5-5 now. 15 seconds remaining, so this could be going to sudden death.
With that.
Although,
Looked like the long reach to the leg for Jay Madden,
yep,
but
blue point.
I guess the
We
Pike got in there
probably
first.
10 seconds remaining at this point. Under 10 seconds. If Jay can get a score.
He's reaching for that wrist.
Red got a
He
point.
got it.
Looks like we're going to
Tied
sudden
up.
death. Time is called. Ooh, final
We're
exchange
moved to
is
final
called.
exchange.
So not even sudden death. Final exchange. I forget the different rules for the exotics.
Oh, that's
'Cause
new
the
for this
stoppage-
year.
the stoppage
Final
after the
exchange
hit.
is new for this year.
Red gets the point. Red takes the win. Jay Madden
Barely.
advances.
That match went back and forth
That was a close
several
one.
times.
That was a close one.
Absolutely.
Tom had a lot of fights earlier.
He-
A lot
oh,
of
yeah.
fights earlier.
Yeah.
But Jay was crisp. Jay was crisp. I mean,
It
'cause
was.
You could. I mean, all that fighting earlier can have you nice and loose, especially after eating. You know, you're feeling good again. Coming in cold, you know, taking those first beatings.
I
Kinda wakes
ate
you up
lunch.
a little bit.
I ate lunch after having all those fights earlier, and now I feel like a food coma. Like I just want to put my head down on your laptop, Thor. So I don't know.
If all of a sudden we start typing weird things and commenting just letters, assume me and Mr. Graham here fell asleep at the wheel.
Absolutely. Now I'm glad to see. I mean, Tom DiMartino did a really fabulous job with the Pike, but I'm glad to see Jay win. I do enjoy a non-Pike success. I don't mean to be a saberist against the Pike, but it's you see it win so often in exotics that it's nice to see somebody begin to excel with one of the other three.
I would love to see somebody who doesn't wield a Pike win this year. Although
Absolutely.
Jason Newing's in the field, he won 2 years in a row, so we will see. We will
He,
see if he's got a third in him.
He's nursing an injury, actually.
Little
Jason
knee
Newing came
injury.
in, and in fact, so is Tom DiMartino. He just came off of a knee surgery recently, so we've got lots of fighting through recovery happening at this TSL.
Well, and
tournament.
after all those fights, that thing starts to stiffen up.
Oh,
You know,
absolutely.
the more and more battles you have, trust me, I'm sitting here at a chair, and I have a bad back, and my back gets stiffer and stiffer the longer we sit here.
Absolutely.
I have to get up, walk around, do a little bit of stretching, and
Ibuprofen for breakfast at our age. Thor.
or something stronger.
It's
all right,
legal in
next
Vegas.
up, we are going to. I think we're looking at Christian Kanapu versus Jameis Brumbaugh.
Oh, that's gonna be a
Nope,
fun
that's
fight.
happening in the other ring. We're getting. Let me rephrase that.
Alrighty.
We are getting the tag team champion, one of them, Jordan Blankenship, versus Reuben Gay out of
Alrighty.
Arkansas. So SoCal versus Arkansas. Reuben Gay impressed in the tag team. Their team made it pretty far. Did you guys fight them?
Let's see. Reuben Gay is Jason Hayden's son, right? The one in the leather that's coming up right
Yep,
now with
and
the pike?
the red fighter.
Okay,
Yep.
yeah. Chris and I knocked their team out barely.
Yes,
on a,
yes, that's right.
It was by 1 point, and it was a nail biter. They were
Arkansas
really good
came out of
fighters.
nowhere and had an impressive showing in the tag team tournament. So
I saw them coming. Jason Hayden has been a force to be reckoned with in the Saber community for a while now, and as soon as Arkansas started getting active, I knew some solid competitors were going to come out of that state.
he's got him, and then he has
That's his son, and then their instructor that
Nero,
fought earlier.
Nero
yeah.
Lynx. Nero Lynx.
What a name, Nero Lynx.
That is a good name.
Oh, wow.
My name's Thor, and I can say that's a good name.
All right. So
I don't have some boring name like Gerard or something. I mean, oh damn it. All right, so what do we got here?
Jordan Blankenship in the blue with
they're
the
looking
white
at
pipe.
little gear check,
Yep.
little gear adjustment.
And you said Reuben Gay is his name. Reuben Gay.
Reuben Gay, yep.
Wearing red with the red pipe.
Not to be
and the
confused with
leather
Marvin
armor.
Gaye, great singer. But no, this is Reuben Gay. I think named after a sandwich, if I remember what he told me earlier. No, I'm just making that up right now.
You get angry letters from Arkansas.
I will. That's all right.
So Blankenship's super mobile and super tall as well. So he's going to have a lot of reach
tag
with
team
that
champion.
pike.
So had a great showing earlier. Ooh, both these guys kind of, for me, first time seeing them kind of coming out of nowhere. Impressed. So this is a nice opening round battle.
What charter is Blankenship from?
SoCal.
Okay. All right. Yeah. This is his first annual tournament, I believe. I
With
don't
us, yes.
think that I've
Yep.
seen him. He
Yep.
was a light speed fighter.
Correct.
I probably still is.
All right, we got a 2-0 lead for Mr. Blankenship, the aforementioned, in the Spawn mask.
That dodge is deadly.
He
Blankenship
does.
will get you close.
He's got a
and
real lean back.
he'll get you to commit, and he puts it in reverse, and reverse is a hard gear for him. He'll move quick.
Two 2-1 now. Let's make that 3-1.
Oh, another long reach.
Jordan Blankenship. Not to be confused with Joe Blankenship, which is another fighter in the TSL community. And I called Jordan Joe for half of the tag team tournament. So, me and names, right?
So Reuben pushing forward on that one. He has an unorthodox fighting style with the pike, using both hands in the same configuration on the same side.
Doesn't seem to be super effective as of yet that he's down 4-1.
He seems to be waking up a little bit. He's getting more aggressive on this, and he's brought it up
He
to...
got that point. Make it 4-2.
He's got those fast feet.
Footwork is so important in TSL. Good footwork, good base.
His mom is a personal trainer, I believe. I heard Jason say. And they've been working on cardio and lunges and whatnot. So
Fitness is very important.
should see a lot more mobility. Both of these fighters, again, having fought through the tag team quite a bit. So we'll see how tired they feel.
Director Terry showing Jordan Blankenship just a couple of ways that you can use the pike and a couple ways that you can't use the pike.
Absolutely. There are specific strikes with the pike that are disallowed in TSL because of how dangerous they can be. And one of them is the overhead.
The Mark Carrico rule?
Yeah. One
Mark-
of them
the
is
Mark
the
Carrico
overhead
rule.
axe.
Axe slash.
Yeah, just bringing it down full force. There's
Too dangerous.
just too much metal in the pike for that.
Yeah,
It's-
too dangerous. Unnecessary.
Yeah. You
We
break-
did see a pike get snapped in half earlier.
Oh yeah, yeah. We don't break our friends, Thor.
We try not to. Unless your name's Ryan Kappas, and then you break everything that you own.
He breaks his own stuff.
He's
Which is
he's broken like 8 sabers and
Yeah.
12 blades or something like that.
It's probably why he yells so much in all of his fights. He's just very angry about
Would you not
his,
be mad
his
if you had
sabers.
broken that many sabers? I mean, I'd be an angry guy, and I don't even own a saber. All right, another gear adjustment here for Jordan Blankenship.
Looks like the chest piece came loose.
Opening round, exotics tournament. Can someone uncrown the Pike? We will find out.
Let's hope so.
If it was, like you were talking earlier, I'd like to see it be a dual wielder because I just love dual wielding.
That's a tall order. We have some larger cross guards that sort of function like a pike. That'd be more likely, but I'd love to see a staff.
Staff would be deadly. I misspoke earlier and said Chris Besser was using a pike and he used a staff.
He proved everybody wrong last year and got, I believe, into the quarterfinals with his staff.
Yeah,
and
he
exotics,
was amazing last year.
Which puts a lot of pressure on him this year to come out with the.
He's already had such a good showing, as being his partner. I don't even have to tell you.
Oh man, he's just amazing, and he's a ray of sunshine. That
Still
man
waiting for
is
one
never.
of those spider pool patches, by the way. I'm just gonna throw that out there right now.
As soon as we get that nice Thor's hammer patch you've got,
Hey, they're down
in
in Florida. They're done. I'll have one set aside from you.
Fabulous. We'll
It is
mail them.
8-4 right now. Jordan Blankenship with a 4-point advantage.
One more reach out to everybody that
Checking
has
on
joined us
contact.
on the live stream. We appreciate you very much being here with
right.
us. We're in the middle of our exotics tournament. We're about to move into round 2 of the exotics tournament here shortly. You're with Jared Graham and Thor Borger of Basement Boy Banter. And
Oh yeah, thank you.
pleased
Jordan Blankenship looking at match point here. 9-4. No point because he went one. You can't go one-handed with a pike.
That's correct. Over a certain length, whether it's pike or
Staff.
Or no, staff does. The hilt of
you-
the staff is not allowed to be that length.
Yeah,
But
right.
pike or cross guard over a certain length, you must use both hands.
All right.
Excuse me for one
Red
second,
gets a
Thor.
point.
I'll be
Yeah,
right
yep,
back
yep.
to join you again.
No problem. All right, 9-5. Jordan Blankenship gets the point, gets the win. As we say goodbye to Gerard for a little while. Say hello, bring back Dale here.
By the way, I did a nice little back intro onto the. Is this yours?
Oh, yeah.
Would you like it back? I know you have the last time the back
Yeah,
took you out for a little while.
yeah. Back's not great. But that's not a story for this live stream. All right, let's move on to our next match, which will be... My battery might die. Nope, I got it plugged in. Spilling things. I don't need that.
Man, it's all the fun matches are over here this time. We got pikes and pikes and pikes and pikes over here, and then over here we got the
Dual wielding and the
wielding
staff.
and
I know.
I'm sure we'll end up getting them all on ours.
I would say we're about to get Justin Hernandez and Gerard St. Germain.
Oh, nice. Gerard switched out for a pike. He was going to fight with a staff. Decided to go
switched
pike
out
after watching
pike, huh?
everybody else.
After hearing that the pike is unbeatable,
The pike
as
is,
of so far.
Yeah. I said, I think I may be being a little liberal when I say 75% of people here will be fighting with a pike.
No, you're not. You're not underestimating that number.
Yeah.
Not at all. It's at least 80.
And I would be surprised if any of the other ones make it through if they don't switch to a pike for the end.
Jessica Newing's voice is powerful. I love that. She is directing in Ring 2, which we are not covering.
Whoa! He just goes nuts!
I wish we could have shown you what I just saw.
I believe he yelled Sasuke.
Please tell me someone's taping that ring right now.
It does not look like it.
I see a few phones out, so.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Justin Hernandez and Gerard St. James looks like in our ring.
Well, that was fun.
That was fun. Great last point, apparently. I don't know who won that match.
No.
I have no absolute clue. Not paying attention to that ring.
Well, now I think we're moving on to the second round, right?
No, we're still in.
We're still first.
Wait, aren't you up soon versus Seth?
I'm in the second round.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, technically. I'm like gearing up if we're not taking a break. Which I'm fine.
We're not taking a break, I don't think.
We're watching you.
All right, here we go. Yep, we got, I was right. We got Justin Hernandez and Gerard St. Germain.
Oh, sorry. Wrong finger.
Huh? No, we're live.
We're live.
You're standing right in the camera. Okay, I'll come.
Go, you go. Oh, the next match is starting here. We got, lo and behold, a Pike versus Pike. I had no clue that that was going to happen. Yeah, Gerard switched to the Pike. He was going to be fighting.
Thanks. Charlie had to tell me some very important and private information.
Nonsensicals.
Something like that.
No, I'm just.
All right,
Charlie's important.
We're underway with Gerard
Yeah.
St. James and Justin Hernandez. It is 2-0 in favor of
I was saying
Gerard
that
St.
we
James,
didn't think it was going to
our
be
red
Pike
fighter.
versus Pike, but it just happened that way.
Yeah, it's just Pike on Pike action all over the place. It's, again, a dual wielder and a standard Saber in the other ring, and we got two Pikes.
It is 2-1. Gerard up, but it looks like that's going to change. Yep, we're 2 up at this point.
2-2.
Man, he looks like a tank in that gear. Hernandez?
Justin, yeah.
Yeah, he looks like a tank.
Fighting out of
man.
Ohio.
He ain't playing. He ain't afraid of taking a shot. He's going to run in there.
Gerard St. James out of SoCal.
Yeah. Which he's actually a teacher, too. He teaches all this stuff. They just ordered 1,000 Sabers because they're going to be opening up all kinds of stuff around.
I almost said a word I can't say in the live stream,
Yeah.
but
1,000 lightsabers.
he has fought in every tournament so far except the women's. He fought in the 50
Yeah.
plus. He fought in the tag team, and they went deep. And he's fighting in this one. How is that come into play, you think?
Oh, well, I know he's tired. I was just talking to him. Well, that's nice about being able to take a break. You can go talk to me.
Right.
You know, and I
We're
think
tied up 3-3 right now.
if he said if he was at his full strength right now, he'd still be fighting with the staff. But right now, the Pike is really where it's at,
Going to be more to his advantage.
especially when he's
And we're
you know,
tied up at
Hernandez,
4.
I don't think was fighting earlier, or I didn't see him.
No, he didn't fight in the. No,
Tag
he
team.
might have fought in the tag team,
We
but
just
it wasn't in our ring.
Yeah. We didn't see a lot of good fights. I mean, man, the
Hey,
winners
we didn't see the
till
winners
end.
until the semifinals,
Yeah, that's
quarterfinals,
intense. And I think we were both blown away.
I think, yeah, definitely. Honestly, we called one of them the wrong name for most of the tournament.
Yes.
So I still feel bad for.
Well, the J, an O, and an E are in his name.
But no, there's a Joe Blankenship that is a TSL fighter.
Yeah, that's what I. And that's
then
probably why he said something.
And then yes, well, we asked him, or we asked him. I think I can't remember. It's been a long day. But
has been.
Gerard St. Germain is up 6-4 over
6-4.
Justin Hernandez right now. When you fought as many fights as Gerard's
7-4.
fought over the last 3 days, and you have as
And a
much
50 plus.
experience as he does, you just stay sharp, right?
Yeah.
Like
Oh, yeah.
you just stay focused. You
He
stay
didn't-
in it.
He hasn't left his gear for the majority of today. I mean, what does that do? Sweating.
Respect.
You know.
Respect.
Yeah, and he's still up against a much younger opponent. Look at that. He's just so quick still. Yeah, I mean, I think we're a little bit
Red gets
baffled.
another point. 9-5.
God, he's probably on his, 6th match today?
And I think wasn't it him versus Jerry?
low.
Wasn't it him versus Jerry in the finals?
Beautiful.
of
Did you
the
see how he went
50
low
plus?
on that? Took out the feet.
Wins 10-5.
Yeah, 10-5.
Moves on to round number 2.
Ain't
I
nothing wrong
think
with that.
he was in the finals versus Jerry in the 50 plus. I can't remember. Let me know if I was right or wrong. Someone who's got a fresher brain and less tired than I am.
Somebody that knows.
Someone that knows something. All right, so now we're moving on. Looks like we're moving on to round number 2.
So we have a couple. Actually, that whole line has a bunch of people with buys in it.
Yeah.
So
if they go by the order of the bracket that was laid out, it would be Seth versus David Laudenschlager out of Wisconsin. Oh, we wanted to get into why I hate Wisconsin, right?
I was
curious?
interested.
Okay, well, it comes up now because we have a Wisconsin fighter here. Now, my hatred for Wisconsin really boils down to the Vikings versus the Green Bay Packers.
I had a feeling.
That is,
The heads are cheesy.
they are, and they've won many, many of Super Bowls, and they've beaten us many, many of times. We've also beaten them many of times, but they have a lot more champions than we have. It is a sore spot with me.
Okay.
And a lot of people say Wisconsin's beautiful, which I'm sure it is, but I hate Wisconsin.
You hate Wisconsin.
And the Gophers and the Badgers go for the axe every year.
I've been to Wisconsin. You know what I remember about Wisconsin?
A bunch of drunk people.
What I remember about
Just kidding.
Wisconsin
I'm just kidding,
is
Wisconsin.
jumping into a lake and coming out with leeches on me.
Oh yeah, that'll happen.
You know,
I just call
we don't
people
get
from
that in
Wisconsin
California.
drunken Scotties. Drunken Scotties.
So what's a cheesehead anyways?
It's someone who wears a thing of cheese on their head.
Yeah. My whole family are cheeseheads. They all come from Wisconsin.
And then, I'm sorry.
Yeah. My mom was born in Wisconsin.
My fiance is actually from Iowa, which I don't have any beef with Iowa, but I realized that Iowa and Ohio have beef. It's weird that borderline states have these beefs,
So what I found
and it mostly boils down to sporting events.
every state that's surrounded by California hates California.
No, I think most people just hate California. Just kidding.
I was
just
quoting
kidding,
California Thor. That's number 2. That's a second strike.
You know what?
Let's not go for a third.
I called Florida the toilet bowl of America yesterday on the live stream.
Did you?
I did. No one. I don't know if anyone caught that or if everyone just agreed with me. So
I
nobody said
actually
anything. And
did
I'm just
catch
kidding.
that.
I love Florida.
He doesn't.
I do. The Packers are God's team. No, stop with that.
Oh my goodness.
No, we're done with that.
OMG.
Definitely not. Skull Vikings. That's all I have to say. All right. They need to start a match, or else it's going to be football.
Oh, it's
talk,
getting
football
real.
talk
I
with
feel like
Dale.
Thor might be getting mad at at people watching this.
Oh no, we caught it. I'm kidding. With all love, Florida. I've been there at least 4 times. I've loved every time I've been there. All right,
I
what do
heard
we
an
got?
alligator ate a kid in Disneyland in Florida.
An alligator ate a kid in Disneyland. That's terrible.
Yep.
That's terrible.
That's why I don't go to Florida.
I still can't get over the Packers are God's team comments. I'm sorry, it's got me heated. Training camp started. We're weeks away from football season, which also means we're weeks away from fall.
See, this is what happens
Terrifying.
when nobody spars.
Yeah.
Thor just starts talking.
Well,
which is good.
You know, check out if you want to hear my ramblings on random things. Go check out Baseball Banner. I talk about a lot of things: Star Wars, nerd movies, comic books.
You got someone
anime.
you're on there with?
My buddy Brian, my co-host on
See
that.
what I did there?
My buddy.
I knew you did. I knew you did. Did you see that?
Yeah, I
totally
see what you
did.
did
See
there.
what I did?
Kyle Olson, one of the photographers who does some of this TSL stuff. Me and him do a show called Wrestling in the Basement.
Nice.
Where we talk WWE, New Japan, AEW, Indies.
Dude, I've
all
been
that
watching
sort of
some of
stuff.
that Japan stuff.
New Japan is crazy.
Yeah.
If we really want to go down a rabbit hole, I can start talking about New Japan because they're in the middle of the G1 Climax right now, which is a 19-day event that spans from like July to mid-August. Okay, all right. Now we're starting action again. Sorry.
My eyes are glazing over there, Thor.
Oh, I'm sorry, bro. It's all good. It's all with love. It's all in jest. I don't really hate Wisconsin. Just on like Saturdays and Sundays, twice or 3 times a year.
If you could see him right now, he is really hurting saying he doesn't hate Wisconsin.
I 100% want to go back to Florida again. Actually, I want to take my 5-year-old to Disney World, take him to the Star Wars world when he gets a little bit older.
Just don't stand next to the water.
Five's a little young, so I think I'm like
Yeah, you know,
7, 8,
Disneyland.
you know, when they can actually ride the ride.
When you're paying that much money to go to Disneyland, you're hoping they remember.
Sounds like natural selection. The comment section's on fire.
Damn,
this
they're
evening.
meaner than you.
I love it. I love it. It's been a long day for everyone. Even the viewers are feisty this evening.
So it looks like
I'm getting
David
my third
Laudenslager and Mark Carrico, who made it to the very end, are both up in either round.
All right, where are we going here? Laudenschlager. David Laudenschlager. All right.
Mark, this one. Yeah, but we don't care much about you
All
now.
right, so we're gonna
You're
get,
not paired with Mark anymore.
Mark Carrico versus
David, you're not paired with Mark anymore.
Martin Reyes. Ooh, Mark Carrico versus Martin Reyes. That
Oh,
should be a good, that should be a good match.
This is the match during standards that gave Mark the most, well, one of the most, other than Spider-Man, trouble.
Problems, yeah.
David had to come in and take over that match and go up against Martin for him, and now he doesn't have a tag team partner.
I looked away. I was looking at Dale. I looked back, and there was a Saberist Academy patch on my computer. Amazing. I love it. I just look away, and all of a sudden patches appear in front
Is
of
that
me.
mine?
All right.
That might be mine.
No, that's mine.
Oh.
Someone left it there for me. No, I don't know. I don't know whose it is. It was just on my computer when I
Nope,
looked
I
down.
have mine.
Oh, it was for me.
It
Yeah,
was for
buddy.
you. Actually, it was probably Jared's because he was sitting there.
I'm glad everyone's enjoying the live stream. Well, Gerard left it, so now it's mine.
You just snatched up
Double score.
a Saberist Academy patch.
Jeff Johnson has done. I don't know if he's done exotics yet. Hold on, let me look.
No.
No, he had a first round bye. He won't be going till
They
late,
were
late in the
afraid-
second round.
They were afraid of his Oregonianism,
His Oregonian.
so they told him that they needed to give him a bye because of their fear of what he brings to the
Their
table.
fear of the Oregon.
He keeps Portland
Oregonisms.
weird.
Oregonisms.
He stole your Saberist Academy patch, by the way. Oh, did you see how I totally
Did you leave it
told
on my
him?
computer?
Oh, man, I totally told
Wow.
on you. Dude,
Wow.
me and Thor might not be happy with each other anymore.
We got so much beef right now.
One day,
There's
and
so
we're already
much beef
bickering.
right now. Wow. All right, so that's all right. I'll get another
I'll
one.
rat it
I ain't
on
even
you.
worried about it.
I
I'll
know,
get another one.
the Saberist Academy guy. I'll hook you up, all right? I have the in.
I did get a sweet purple.
Oh, here we
3D
go.
printer.
So-
oh, here we go.
Oh,
Mark
he's-
Carrico versus Martin Reyes. Martin Reyes, our red fighter.
That was a late hold, but
I'm good
oh,
for now.
sorry, you're not
Maybe
supposed to
after this
turn
match.
around when I say that.
What did he say?
I said that's a late hold, and he turned around and said that was a late hold. I'm just causing trouble. They've left me behind a
Red
table for
point
way too
1-0.
long. Yep.
Okay,
Oh,
0-0.
decline point. Yeah, I think they both kind of came in, and as the call was made, they both struck. So
Blue gets another point.
You know, right now they're kind of just poking at each other because that's what you do when you have a pike. You don't move and you just poke at the other person.
Poke, 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 poke. Yeah, that it is. You just leave it out there, and that was.
Like, I'm not trying to be mean. Maybe I've just seen too many
No, we're
pikes
gonna
today.
get meaner. We're gonna get meaner as this one goes on. I 100% know that because I know how tired everybody is, and I'm a sassy guy even normally. Dale's waving at people.
He
and
needs
it's,
a patch.
It's 2-2.
He needs a patch.
It's 2-2. Mark Carrico and what's up, Charlie?
What?
All right, come talk by us, at us, near us.
Yeah, well, I'm waiting.
Red gets another point. It's 3-2 now. Mark Carrico. A lot of matches Mark's had today.
He tried to steal a patch.
I tried to steal Jared's
now he
patch.
needs a
and
legitimate
so now I
patch.
feel like super sad because I don't have one.
He doesn't
yeah.
have
Phil, yeah. Flynn, Mike. Flynn Michael, right?
Yay.
Yeah. Thank
See,
you,
I told you
sir.
I'd hook you up.
Yeah.
I'll get you another
Yeah.
one.
Appreciate that.
Going.
I got the Saber Academy patch now, so I'm happy again. Step off the line.
Oh, there we
Dale
go.
late
He came
hold.
in quick.
Next
Oh
year,
yeah,
baby.
did you see that?
Next year,
And
yeah.
I got the on the thing.
Yeah, that was amazing.
I hook you up, man.
That was amazing. Now I'm happy.
Okay, so it looks like red is up now.
4-3.
4-3.
Martin
Blue
Reyes didn't
takes
have
the point.
quite as
4 up.
many matches as
Yeah.
Mark Carrico. Points, round, matches, all those things.
Nothing was called, but he
All
stepped
knotted
away.
up at 4.
Oh, maybe a hold was called. I didn't hear it though.
It is loud in here this afternoon.
Yeah.
A lot of ambient noise.
So looks like the call was for blue underneath the arm. Blue is now
takes the
up,
lead now. Yep. Mark Carrico coming back, taking the lead.
5-4. Just quickly fixing his leg protection. Yeah, it looked like Mark just left it under there and let him drop his arm onto his blade.
Gets another point, up 6-4.
Yeah. So do you see what Mark's doing? He's actually holding it.
He's holding
On
both of
both
them.
hands,
Yeah.
way back,
down, way
because
down.
Martin was getting in on it, so he's
So
just
he's
holding
choked
it
all the way
all
down.
the way down. Yeah. So that's 6-7. Mark is up. Oh, they are. Oh,
Did
now
you
they
know
are
we didn't watch
6-7.
it? Did you win?
No.
Oh.
But you're in the.
Hey, you got 2 points, and now you're in my shot. So,
Yeah.
you know, I got
Bye.
that going for you.
If you flip us off
That
now,
way, please.
we got it on.
Yeah, we
camera.
got it on video. All right.
All right, 6-7. Mark is still up.
1 point.
Now,
Blue gets the
blue
point.
point, 8-6.
Things are going to get silly this evening. I have a feeling this exotics tournament's going to be bananas.
7-8. Like Mark was able to come in over the top of red.
And he is
So
now
this
at
is
match point.
9-7.
9-7. Pike.
There,
Pike.
right on top of the hand to end the match, or right on top of the arm to end
Yep.
the match.
He just left it out there and let him run into
That's
it a
how
few
Mark-
times. Yay, Pikes.
Pike.
Pike. Boo. I mean, oh, sorry.
Oh, yeah.
That wasn't me. That was somebody
Yeah.
else. All right. We're moving on. Next match.
Pike should be its own match.
We got Joseph Pavlenko,
Oh, Joe Pavlenko
Our,
from Southern California.
our good friend who's helping us out on the live
sound.
stream when he's not fighting. And he will be fighting
He's definitely slacking today.
Carlos Garcia, if I'm not mistaken.
David Laudensager over there
He is
took a point there.
up 3-1. Yep, I was right. Garcia Pavlenko. Let's go.
I don't think I've ever met Garcia Pavlenko.
He's a good guy. You know, a straight shooter.
Straight.
Doesn't mince his words at
Sounds
all.
like he is a mutt name.
You know what? Someone tripped the ring over there. I'm gonna go turn it back on. How about
Okay,
you
go.
tell people about pikes?
So pikes are when you stand in one spot and you poke at each other. Sometimes with a pike, you hit them, and sometimes they hit you. But all the time you stand at, go grip. Oh yes, that is his nickname. That is Pavlenko's nickname. I think that in the next round, someone with a pike will win.
Because both fighters have pikes.
True. But you can't be wrong with that prediction.
Carlos Garcia.
I think one person will probably have a pike, while the other person will most likely have a pike.
Pike.
Let's-
I have a feeling a pike will win many matches.
Do you think that when they fight with this pike that they will move anywhere closer to each other than into pike distance?
Nope. Here we go. We got one holding it really
Look
low.
at that, look at that.
One holding it high.
He's so that one went to the blue pike.
The blue pike.
which is
red.
actually a red pike, but
The blue fighter,
Blue
all
fighter.
In all black with a red pike, but he's the blue fighter. Carlos, the red fighter in white and black.
many pikes.
I'm seeing pike people.
Yeah. Do you think there's ever been this many pikes in one place?
It's like
other
it's
than
like
a war zone?
Groundhog Day every match.
my
Hey, there's
goodness,
2
you're
pikes.
right.
There's 2 pikes. I'm waking up like Bill Murray.
Yep.
I'm in some sort of daze. Ooh, look at the flex on that blade.
Yeah,
of those
you can
pikes.
hold it there after you hit, but if they hit you first, they still get the point. Ooh, he held it.
1-2. Blue
I
with a
thought I
1
would have
point
thought
lead.
red would have got that one. But
Someone with a pike got that point.
you know, I'm
All right,
I'm
we'll stop with the
sensing
pike
that.
jokes.
Yeah, that's true. Because this is, I mean, they do come out here, they train.
Although every time I hear pike, I get hungry. Because I'm from Minnesota, and we got a lot of fishing, and northern pike is delicious. So I'm like, let's
Now you got me thinking that.
fish and chips.
Oh my goodness. I may have to find a fish and chips place tonight.
Gordon Ramsay's right
Yeah,
down the way.
You killed it.
It's within walking distance from where we are. They're not
Oh, there it is.
sponsors, but it's good.
Oh, it is good. You don't need to be
Actually,
a sponsor.
shout out to our sponsors: Vader Vault, Alatani Accolade, Ronin Custom Armory,
Saber Forge.
Saberforge. I know I'm forgetting somebody.
Shadowcrest Design.
Shadowcrest Design,
That's me. Oh, Electrum.
Electrum. Yep. Red gets a point. They are 4-2 in this battle. In this Pike v. Pike battle.
Judges, if you have both sticks straight up, that indicates a safety concern. So if there's
Oh, the axe. The axe
So what
swing.
happened is he was holding it up, which you're not allowed to do anymore. He was holding it up and he was doing like you were saying, like
I'm
an
pretty
axe
sure we
swing.
covered that.
Yeah. Maybe with Gerard.
No, not us on the live stream. I'm like when we warned
Oh,
the
yeah.
competitors. They were, you know.
Some of these guys are new.
And
though,
it's a battle. You get
know.
locked in and you kind
Yeah.
of forget. And there is a way to do it. You have to have 2 hands very far apart.
Yep.
And you can't get like both elbows pointed towards the competitor.
What is it, like-
one has
yeah,
to be
it's like
pointed to
at
the
a
ground.
knife, yep.
One has to be pointed
Exactly.
towards the competitor.
And that's done for safety.
Very much so.
We're not out here to hurt each other.
Say no to the MF and Pike. They didn't use the bad one, but I'm just shortening it either way. Pikes have their place. They do.
Can you just give Pike a chance?
Give Pike a chance. I am really hungry for fish and chips now. All right.
I know. What did you do?
It's 4-3. Blue fighter with a slight
well, now
lead.
Looks like they're tied up
Joseph
now, 4 up.
Pavlenko, I like saying that last name. Pavlenko. 1 minute remaining, knotted up at 4. Single elimination exotics tournament. TSL 4, CombatCon, Las Vegas, Nevada, Flamingo Hotel and Resort. Reaches life. I don't think I'm the one who said reaches life. That was Jared, I believe.
That was Gerard.
Yeah, that was when I was taking a break. I love when people give me credit for things, and I normally would totally steal credit from somebody else, but I
Well,
love
I heard-
Jared, and
I
he's
heard-
bigger than me, so I aren't.
I
I'm
heard
not
Jared
doing that.
say it, and he's not bigger than me, so I will take credit.
Dale's keeping me honest too. Someone needs to. I'm out here in Vegas, left to my own devices. So
That's like a bad song.
6-4. I'm writing it. That's part of my thing here. All right, 6-4.
Look at me. Oh, that was
Carlos
nice, though.
now with the lead.
Yeah.
Yep. There we go.
Pavlenko is now he's got a 1 point deficit going into the final.
Time's going to become an issue here.
Yep.
He needs
So
this point.
Joe needs to get in there.
Nope, they're in the ring behind you.
There he is. That could have been.
All right.
Nope, they were calling that for 7-5 with 30 seconds. It's really, you got to go.
7-5.
You're down. You got to hit him. Goes for the head. Blue. Looks like we have some blue calls there. That was Simo. They're taking points. 6-4. Red is up. I think that's another Simo. I mean,
Blue gets the point, 6-5.
There we go. 6-5. He's
This
gonna
might
have
be
to go
final
quick.
exchange.
He's gonna have to go quick. Oh, I saw him come down along the leg, but because of Hall here, I
Blue
couldn't
gets
see
another
it either.
point. We're tied up at 6. and
Tied
we're
up,
under 30
6 up.
seconds. "12 seconds remaining. 6-6.
And at this point, this is the last chance you get to fight with exotics here. So everybody wants to win.
Yep. Tomorrow's the standard. 80 people. It's going to be 3 rings again. It's going to be nuts. Mr. Jacob Page, wave to the live stream. Say hello. Doing one of our judges.
We did say to say hello, not what's up, but, you know, we'll work on that later.
They follow directions like that, like they follow directions on not walking over the tape.
Over the tape. He didn't even realize that that's what you were talking about.
That's why I make them say hello when they walk in front of it now. Now that you have to wave and announce your name.
8-6. Red is up. And there it is.
2 quick points.
9-6.
9-6.
Look at him running laps. Hey, you're going to regret those laps later on.
Carlos fought in the 50-plus, and he's still spry running laps around Joseph Palenko, who's much younger. You're good. All right, that was a good match. We're moving on now to Dustin Frenton and Nero Lynx.
Oh, I'm looking forward to this fight.
Dustin.
No, Nero already fought. He lost.
Oh, he lost. So that means, sorry.
Oh, we got dancers.
Medley. Sorry, Richard Medley. Richard Medley. I don't know why I thought he.
That sounds like a good name.
Well,
That could just be
that's
somebody's
the match
name.
I stepped away from. So I didn't actually know who won that because that's the one you and Gerard called. That's why I didn't know. So joining us here in a second is Mr. Tom Amoroso.
Oh no! Don't do that.
Jump in for me.
We're trying to
with him on the
we're trying to keep.
What are we talking? What are we looking at here? Hey guys, how are
We're looking over here.
It's going to be Richard Medley versus Dustin Frenton. And he's from.
He's from Ohio.
So that's why I had you jump in.
Cool.
Oh, you'll know something.
I will. And are we talking about Phil over here too, or we're still
No,
in the ring?
no,
Okay.
they can't see them.
Oh, okay.
We can kind of tell them about what there's. Okay.
I took a thrust to the face before, so I'm a
Yeah.
little loopy still. All right, so Terry's judging.
Yeah, he has fun when he judges.
Oh yeah,
He gets a big smile on his face.
he does. He always gets jazzed out of doing this. So thanks. Ooh, sorry, we're hearing some background noise. It's at a fight going on, and just had a little dink to the ankle.
All right, so who's up now? Who's the fighters that are up on this end? Frenton and Medley. Which one is Ohio?
So Dustin is in the black with the long black pike.
Do you
in
spar
blue.
with him often?
Yeah, he's one of my guys.
He's pretty proficient with that pike.
He's pretty good. Yeah, he's a fun fighter to fight. He's got a long HEMA and SCA background, so he's been fighting for a while.
If you're ever looking for a good pike or saber, they should probably hit you up.
You could. So
For a solid.
there are a few cross-point saber pikes being used tonight. Tanner's using
Yeah.
one. Tanner Martin's using one. But yeah,
Do you do all of the work yourself from scratch? Like, do you have a machine?
I do. I've got a lathe and a mill
Oh,
in my
nice.
garage. I've got a little shop in my house that I do all my work in. It's only me, so
Yeah.
it takes
You
forever.
get them done when you can.
Amazed at the
Especially
number
when
of sabers we got done in the last 2 weeks, just getting
yeah.
prepped for TSL 4 here. So where is Dustin's pool? What ring are we talking here?
So I know somebody was asking about Jeff. He should be coming up here shortly.
Cool.
Jeff Johnson. We
Yeah,
had some
Jeff
fans
Johnson.
of his.
Oh, all right, well, Jeff's a line judge for us in this match here in the bright silver and orange tabards.
He's from Portland. I like to explain to people because I lived in Portland for a couple years. Just the type of people that are in Portland. When they
Very,
say keep Portland weird, it is not a lie.
Very unique.
Oh, I love Portland though.
Cool.
Like literally, it was a blast living there.
I've got to get out to the West Coast more often. I've been there a few times, mostly San Fran and California areas, but I'm from New York, so.
If you ever get a chance to go through Portland, I suggest it. And I'm not paid to say that. I'm not on the city council. I ran. They didn't vote me in. No, I didn't run.
You should have.
I have a fear of rejection.
Terry's getting ready to start us up here, it looks like.
And he's got a beautifully amazing rainbow blade that he
Terry, really? Oh,
yeah, watch
okay.
it. Well, let him light it up. You'll see, and it changes colors.
Nice. All right, so Dustin,
There it is.
it's Pike versus Pike here again, so we're gonna have a pretty good match. So let's see what happens. Ooh, Dustin with the white Pike.
Oh yeah, yeah, he's backing up. You know what?
Oop.
There's a difference when you see somebody who's actually trained with the Pike and somebody who just pulled the Pike out to do exotics. You can tell his footwork is on point. He's getting in and his blocking with blue, that is.
Yes, with Dustin. All right, so we got 1 point for blue in the first. We got a little discussion here on the point that was just called. Didn't quite see it come through, but it looks like they've got it. Oh, Terry Saber is a nice rainbow color there, isn't it? Okay. So we got a good group of judges here. Line
So
judge
what
Terry's
they're
talking to
explaining
you right
is,
now.
I think one of them saw a safety issue.
Ah.
So when they hold both of them up, as you would know,
yeah,
that would be a
it's one of the
safety issue.
safety issues, correct.
I'm not explaining it to you. I'm explaining it to the audience.
No, of course. Oh no.
You are a director, of course.
I am. I had the privilege of running our over 50 division for the first time yesterday. What an amazing set of fights that were. And the second place winner is actually line judge for Terry behind him in the blue shirt.
I had a really good fight against Carl in Dark Watch.
Oh, and Dustin gets the upward strike, a little underhowl to his under his arms.
I really like how you can tell he's trained with this.
He's having a good time. Oh. All right.
I didn't see
Point red.
Yeah,
So we are at 2-1 here. So Terry's continuing to coach and make sure that we have safety in the ring.
You know,
it's one
both
of
of these
first
two,
and foremost.
Both of these two seem to have a lot more control over their weapon of choice.
And
in the past, we've seen people like slamming into the helmet, but both of these two seem to have enough strength to really.
cool. Point red. We got 2-2 right now. So Terry's got him going. Let's see what the guys can do.
Oh yeah, just came
a little
in right
touch
over
to
the
the
top.
chest. See if the judges agree. Took his hand off his weapon.
Oh yeah, that
So you
is
got
going
to
to be a
keep
safety
two
issue.
hands on the pike at all times.
That is
So
a
his
rule that
hand
was
came
passed
off.
about a year and a half ago.
Yeah, after TSL 2, there was a lot of hammer
about 2 years
strikes or
ago.
big swinging strikes that were occurring. And
You know,
some of
even with the
guys got
gorget, I
hurt.
mean, it can get a little, the push if you get underneath the gorget at
these-
all. Or
These pikes
even,
are dangerous weapons, right? You know, you don't rush in on a pike because you're going to end up
No.
eating that, and that's not going to be a fun thing, right? All right. So
Well, and that's why they allow them to have the longer blade, so there's still some flex. Because if they go for a shorter blade, there's no flex, and then you're talking broken bones at that point.
you are. And that's so simultaneous now. Make sure that. Oh, okay, we had a little score issue there. That's all fixed. Still 2-2. That was a simultaneous hit between
Yes,
the two
it was.
fighters. Dustin
it
getting
came
a
in
little
right from
aggressive
underneath.
there, and it looks like he got his point out of it. Good hit by Dustin. And by the way, I show no favoritism. My guys lose. That's on them.
Right.
Haha, just kidding.
Oh, that was a nice back,
Oh.
though. He backed up, ran in. Does look like he took a hit to, Blue took a hit to his elbow as he was rushing in, though.
Yeah, you see.
But
Red,
his ability to back up and not be where he was attacking, that was really good up to the point where he got hit.
yeah, Red got in there just early on that, and you see
It looks
Blue
like
just answered immediately thereafter.
3-4. Blue is up by 1.
All right, cool. Dustin's coming in, extend that arm, and looks like he's scored another one. So
He's
we
not getting
are-
as squirrely. I think he's realized, hey, step back. He's in my distance. I don't need to chase right now.
Yep,
That's important. Knowing your distance is like, what, 3/4 of the battle.
it really is. That's a smart tactic with a pike. The pike is all about a distancing weapon. It's a weapon that was given to, the guys will joke. Pike's a peasant weapon.
Yeah.
Easy to use. Keep it out in front of you, keep the point back,
Yeah.
and don't run into your opponent. Let them run into your pike. And that's what
Yeah.
these guys are doing really well in using this and using their footwork.
Now Blue's up 2 points, 3-5.
Oh, and we just saw another strike there.
And Blue came
Blue
in right over
strike
the
to the
top.
arm. Nice hit. They're quick. They're pretty evenly matched.
There's
They're
3-point deficit. Blue is up by 3 points. It looks like that just got brought down to 2 points. Oh, there, batted it away. Went over the top. Red
nice little
brings
beat
it down
parry
to
with
1
a little,
point.
Yep. So Pike's all about radial attacks. You know, you're going to get fighters that are going to attack with a point straight on, like they're fighting with a pool cue, and you're going to get folks that do those radial attacks that kind of loop around their opponent's blade. And that's really where the art of the pike comes in, is being able to really become proficient at doing those round cuts.
So there was no point on that one, so it's still a 1 point deficit. Blue is up by 1. Looks like Blue came in from underneath, but there might be a different call on that.
And Dustin let go of his backhand. He called himself back, so he checked himself, which was nice.
Oh, we just had somebody run into the wall over there. I hope he's okay.
Someone tripped over the gear and headed towards the wall or something.
Well, you can see the fire area. He's bent in now, so he hit it hard.
Dented the wall. So if you're running with that much speed, where you've got 10 to 12 feet from the end of the ring to the wall,
and he made it there.
You've got to watch your control.
6'6" now, and you're good.
And you've got to watch your speed. Sorry, guys, we got distracted there to the ring to our right.
Yeah, but it looks like they are 6 up at this point. There is with 1 minute. Oh, that back.
We got
Who got in first?
I think.
That's Friedel.
Blue point.
Can I ask you a question
Blue
today? So
point.
today we've seen a lot of low thrust strikes that have gone to the stomach area. Has there been a change in the rules? Because they haven't been calling the low strike in the middle ring today? Or is that still a thing? And
No,
they're
they
just
should.
choosing?
No. A thrust to the belly is still an invalid attack.
Right.
So that should be called. Now, if a thrust starts at the chest and happens to slide down,
yeah.
you know, that can easily happen. So it's really
course.
about intention. And again, they want to make sure these guys are as safe as controlled as they can be.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of jumping and a lot of like diving that we don't usually see today in both the tag team tournament and in these. And you know, it can be dangerous to take that slide and go lower to where now you're at a valid point with your neck.
Yeah, it's a big risk. That's so we got point blue. We're at 9-7 here. Blue. So
Hold
we
it
got
out.
match point potentially. All right, this could be it.
There it is from underneath.
And that was
a strike.
a nice little strike to the
But it
shoulder
did go to red.
for red. So we're at 8-9. Again, match point for blue if they can score to this. And
So red goes low.
all right, 9-9.
Brings it to
This
9
is
to
match
9.
Point. Match
Hey, that's not a
point.
bad way to end.
All
Let's
right,
do
and
this.
that's the way to do it. And that's time. So now we're. Oh,
Love to see the camaraderie here. Where, you know,
okay,
it's
so it's
just
not time
enjoying a
yet.
good
We're
match.
all right.
Oh,
and I
that
think
could
blue
be blue to
came
the head.
in. Look at that.
Beautiful job
Dustin
by
pulled it
one of your
off.
guys.
That was a tough match. It was equally matched competitors. Two pikes going out at the same time. Dustin did a good job there.
Yeah, he
Just
did.
got in over the top and hit to the top of the head.
I think that's one of the first ones where you could see that two people who have really trained with that bike have been brought together.
Agreed.
And that was a good match.
Very cool.
Yeah, I'll take a quick break.
Sure, I'll stay with you. Thanks, man.
Try to get out every two, right?
I've been blessed to stay here for a little bit with Thor, so you can
So
hear my.
what we're doing is we're tagging in and out
Very cool.
Keep us
after,
ready for tomorrow.
yeah, really trying to save voices for the standard, and it gives a lot of other people a chance to sit down with a lot of knowledge, like yourself, like a David
thanks.
Laudenschlager, like a Charlie, like a Jared Graham, and really add a lot to the live stream, I think, personally. So I'm joining back in now, though. Dale's going to take a little bit of a break. Tom was just sitting there on his phone in a chair nearby, and I turned and said Tom, and then waved him over, and he was nice enough to just kind of jump in.
How
I
can I
love
pass
that
that
about
up?
you. You just jumped in, and you know, you got it all. I was listening because I was standing right behind him, just taking a break, and man, these guys are good. I'm blessed to have such talented people around me. It just makes my job so much easier when I get to sit with guys like yourself and Dale and everybody that has that knowledge. I can just have my little flavor that I add to it, but you guys really was what make it go. So
No, we couldn't do it. This is a massive event for us.
looks like we're getting
these setups-
Rocky Willis
Ooh.
versus Jesse Gill.
This will be a great fight.
This should be a wonderful match.
I love this. Yep. So Rocky's another one of my guys from Ohio. He's one of my instructors at our school. You're gonna see.
Yeah, ring
Rocky's
one.
going to
Okay,
be
yep.
fighting with a V-guard, cross-guard Saber. So it's a little bit of what Jesse faced last year in TSL 3 when he did his famous flying squirrel attack. He faced a cross-guard user.
And he is just using a standard Saber.
Wow, that's a bold move for an exotics tournament. Hopefully his blade's a little bit longer. We can get the exotic standard blade can be about 4 inches longer than a standard blade, so 39 inches. So he could have a little bit of a longer blade.
And what's the advantage the longer the blade, or disadvantage for the longer the blade on a standard Saber specifically?
Well, a lot of people will say it's a good ranging tactic, right? The longer the blade, the easier it is to touch someone. It's really not true. You really, there is a point where you have a blade that's too long for the way you fight. You really should find a blade that fits your fighting style. Now, again, he's been training with us, so that's awesome. The longer you use a blade, the more comfortable it's going to feel for you, and the more effective you're going to be with it. This should be a fun match to watch.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this. Jesse's vastly improved in the last year, and Rocky's vastly improved in the last year.
Yes.
We haven't seen much of Rocky. He didn't fight in the tag team this morning, right?
No, yep.
Jesse did fight in the tag team, but they were out a little bit in the earlier rounds.
Oh, okay.
So both have had a decent rest. I mean, Rocky hasn't fought all day. Jesse at least had 1 or 2 bouts under his belt, I think. I think they got through their first round matchup, and I think they might have lost in round 2. It's been a long day, though, so don't quote me on that.
No, that's and we've CombatCon. We've got so many events going on here simultaneously. Rocky and I were doing open steel longsword this morning.
Yeah, that's
so
what I
he
was saying.
actually
I walked by a room, and you were. What were you doing in the
we
other
were
room?
doing steel longsword.
Steel longsword. Are you directing? Were you
No, I was
participating?
fighting.
You were fighting.
Wow. We had pool
Wow.
matches early this afternoon, just like we'll do tomorrow with standard. We'll have pool matches where you get a series of fights with the competitors in your group.
Okay.
And
We'll
the
have
guys-
that in the standard tomorrow.
We will, yes.
So Rocky has been fighting all day. So,
A little bit,
okay.
yeah.
Okay, good to know. Good to know. That's the added touch that Tom brings right there. That knowledge. He is all over the place. A boar spear. What's a boar spear?
No, the boar spear would be the weapon that Phil had, that long pike handle.
Oh,
where this
okay.
is more of a V-guard.
Okay.
So it's more of a cross guard with a little bit of a flair to it, kind of a claymore-based weapon in historical preferences.
Claymore based. That I understand. Oh, Jesse looked like he got the leg
All right, so
there.
he's got 3-0. He's coming up pretty quick.
3 quick points. He's having a much better showing at this year's TSL 4 than I think he had at last year's TSL. Whoa, Jeff Johnson leaning back like Neo dodging bullets in the Matrix.
Jeff is the
Who got the point, though?
Jesse looks like he's...
Good
Blue
honor.
point.
Blue gets the point,
Jesse, give him a
3-1.
call. Very nice. All right. So Jeff...
Jeff
watching the
Johnson
action so
almost
tight
took one
that
to the
he-
face.
He wants to be in that action.
He is slightly cut out, so...
All right, and Terry's running a tight ship as always in his ring. Ooh, we got red points. Good
Red gets
hit
another
by
point.
Red.
4-1.
All right, here they go. Rocky taking a bit of a different approach, going one-handed with that sword.
Ooh, nice block. Nice block.
All right, he's getting a little more mobility too. So good.
Oh, Red get in there first.
I think he might have. I think he's. All right. Well,
We're calling
Terry's
simultaneous first of the round. This single elimination is hard because it's one and done.
It is.
You got to be on when the bell rings, as they say. You don't really have time to warm up or feel your opponent out because it's one round.
It truly is, and it's a quick fight.
Yep.
Right?
They go
Thankfully,
fast.
With all the additional Saber fighting we have over the weekend and the free sparring, we really get a chance to interact together, and you're not coming here for one fight, which is awesome, right? You're really getting to spend a lot of... Nice. Ooh, we got a little hit on the arm there from Rock.
Blue got a finger shot, hand shot. Did Red get the stab
Red got
in
it in
first?
first,
Yeah,
yeah.
he did. He's quick with that
He
standard.
is. That poke is very quick for him. Yeah, and listen, it's an effective tactic.
Does it
and
look like he's using a longer blade? Or does it look like he's using kind of a regular
It looks to be a normal 35-inch blade, but he's holding his hilt way down in the back. Now he's got a two-handed grip, but when you saw him attack there, he
right to
slides
the
his
leg.
right hand down to the bottom of his saber, and it gives him an extra 10 inches of reach.
8-2.
Yeah, it's
Jesse
coming pretty
Gill.
Little question on target area there. We look like we're good to go. Jesse coming back in pretty aggressive.
Look like a clean shin strike.
Absolutely.
Oh.
Ooh.
I got
That looked
1
pretty
for red, 2
simultaneous
for
me.
red.
We'll see what Terry says.
Simultaneous. Terry agrees with you.
Terry,
You see it
he's the
clearly, my
man.
friend. You do see it clearly. 1 minute remaining in this match.
That's a quick 5 minutes goes so fast. You just don't get it how quick 5 minutes goes.
Are these 5 or are they 2.5 with the stoppage
Sorry,
after hit?
thank you. You know,
No, it's been a
No,
long
no,
day, my
no,
friend. It's been a long day.
these are 2:30. You're right, and Jesse
Two-
just put 2
2:30,
points
but they
in,
stop
and
after every hit.
That is
So
match.
that's match. Jesse wins.
Wow, Jesse
Moves
Kennedy,
on.
good
Not a
outing.
shocker, but not even a surprise. That was just a great match.
No, it was a good match. Absolutely, well fought from both guys.
So next we're going to be getting either Tony Zaluda versus Christopher Donshadow, or we're getting Tanner Martin versus... Oh, I don't know who won that one.
I see Tanner getting his jacket on, so we'll see.
Looks like we're getting... Yep,
Tony
Zaluda and Don Shadow.
All right.
I am not familiar with Christopher Don Shadow. I don't even know what charter he fights out of.
No.
But Tony Zaluda obviously is one half of the tag team champions fighting out of SoCal.
And I think Tony fared quite well in the over 50 yesterday as well.
He
I have to
did.
check the
He
list.
did.
I forget
Yep.
where he placed, but I think he was up there.
I want to
So
say he
should
made
be
it to the semifinals.
Now the Pike is actually taller than the fighter,
Pike versus Pike.
and he's a
No,
little,
Pike versus dual wield. Yes.
Oh, this is nice, and it's more of the Shoto and
Now,
style.
if you're dual wielding, can you have subas on both the short and
You
the
can.
long?
Absolutely.
Would you almost want that, especially for the blocking, so you can let it slide down that short blade into the suba,
Yeah.
which gives you a chance to reach with the longer one and get your strike in?
There's no reason to not have a sand guard in this in some form or fashion. It works. One, it just protects your fingers, right? So safety is a great option for it.
Right.
But two, it is a defensive tactic, right? There is an opportunity to block and parry with that Suba, right? You're going to deflect a strike coming down. It's not going to slide down onto your hand. Now with his two dual wielding here, he's got one in a standard, let's say katana and wakizashi. He's got his long blade and short blade. So let's see if he's got that kenjutsu kind of
Now that
approach.
now am I wrong? But that red saber looks like a little bit longer than normal.
And it can be, because the dual wielding, you actually add the measurements of both blades together. And as long as you're within the measurements, you can overshoot one to a degree. There's a max, of course, right? And undershoot the other.
Okay, interesting.
So Clint's back running this ring. Terry stepped out.
Yep, Terry stepped out. We got Tony versus Christopher, right? I think I was right. Yes, I was right. Yes. Mr. Don Shadow, I'm not familiar with you, but we are about to familiarize ourselves right now. Black Lantern. That is the Black Lanterns. Anyone know what charter he's out of? No. That information is not in my dossier. All right. He's got almost like a cross hold,
Yeah,
right?
so
He's holding one in front of the other.
The very traditional way to attack a pike user is to make an X with your dual blades. And you can then raise their pike up in the air, and then release one of your sabers and strike with it. So you can still maintain the opposition to their blade. And that's what he attempted to do a few hits ago. It wasn't successful, but that's what he attempted to do at least. And
Yeah, we're good.
Thank you.
If he keeps it, does he keep the shorter one in? He keep the shorter one behind, so he can hit and then reach under. Is that what that's for? Or is there a way that you're supposed to hold that?
if you're looking at a historical Japanese style, the shorter blade is really your parrying weapon. So you are leading out with your shorter blade to parry out of the way, so you can strike with the long weapon.
That's in front of the X.
Correct. You usually would put that short parry weapon out front as a baiting tool, as a distancing tool to keep your opponent at bay, parry the strike coming in, and then counterattack with your longer blade at a distance.
Okay.
He's kind of doing the opposite now, so it's almost like he's got a little dagger in his left hand trying to fight with, parry the big blade away.
That's
and then
tough.
It is
That's
tough
tough to
because you
get
got
in
to
there.
travel a longer distance.
Yep.
Right? And we've got 4-1.
Tom, do you ever come to Arizona?
No, I wish. I've been there a few times for a few classes and working with it, but unfortunately,
No?
I don't get out west as much as I would like to.
Arizona, Sedona specifically is on the short list for my honeymoon
that's a beautiful spot.
Going to a spa out there is one of the options that's been floated around.
Very cool. So
I'm still leaning towards all-inclusive resort in some Caribbean island with copious amounts of alcohol. But we'll that's a discussion for another time.
I did a trip to St. Lucia at an all-inclusive
Oh,
resort.
St. Lucia's
gorgeous.
beautiful. Tony Zluda up 5-1, one half of the tag team champions.
So see that X he just made. Now Tony came over the top with it, so he just came over the top. But all he'd do is raise his arms up another 6 inches or so, and he would get that blade out of range.
Okay.
And then he can counterattack. But Tony's still holding out, 6-1.
Dual wielding is hard.
1 minute remaining.
1 minute remaining in this round, or this match.
And there it is. He just did a little hop to try to get over that X, and
Did he get it?
did not. It worked for him. He kind of came over it, so he got. Ooh.
We're calling
Right.
simul's.
All right, so here
Tanner
goes. You can
Martin
see-
versus looks like Jason Hayden in the ring number 2. That's going to be a good match, I believe.
That was a good tactic by Tony. He just kind of took it in, let him drop his blade, and as Chris came forward, he just raised his blade back up and made the touch.
Let him run into it.
Absolutely. That's what the pike is for.
He's up by 6 points, 7-1 right now. So what he's doing is working.
So Tanner is fighting on our right over here. He's
Fighting,
we got a double hit. Good. That tactic actually worked for him that time. Got his blade up, got the pike out of the way, and then struck to the opposite side.
yeah, the pike's just so tough. I would love to see it be dethroned this year, but it's gonna be hard.
That was a cute move. I like that. He just knew.
7-3. He's chipping away at this lead though right now. I mean, with under a minute to go, 4 points is almost insurmountable. Unless you're moving fast, you have to be charging
get in and score. You can't be tip-tapping like they're doing. This is just going to waste time for him. He doesn't have that time.
Oh, I think it worked for him
And
again
running
though.
out of the ring doesn't do anything for him. So he gets a
7-4.
point out of it. But at point
15
costing,
seconds with 3 points though. It's just time's gonna be his undoing.
all right, this could be it. You never know. We're at 7-4, so
Apparently, David Laudenschlager and Mark Carricker are going to be facing each other.
ooh, so the tag team partners are going to be head-to-head.
The tag team runner-ups.
8-4. Time was up, so Tony won that match.
Tony win via time running out and being up on points.
It's a good match. It's nice to see a dual wielder go against a pike user.
It looks like we're getting Christian Melody versus Nate Hill out of Iowa. Christian Melody out of Iowa.
Oh, nice.
My fiance is from Iowa, so shout out Iowa.
There you go. Nice.
And Nate Hill from your neck of the woods.
From Ohio.
I think we're going to keep Tom around for one more match here since Nate's going to be fighting.
We got a good crew that came out here. There's 10 of us that came out from Ohio this year.
Big contingency.
We did. That was nice. It was every year it's going to get bigger. We know
Ohio
it.
and Florida.
I think so. Yeah.
Cali always represents because they're so close.
And of course, Minnesota always has a strong presence. Of course. But not
Minnesota's
so
a
much
little
this
light this year.
Oh.
I'm not, and like I said yesterday, I'm not shaming anyone who wasn't able to come. We all have lives. I totally get it.
Yeah.
But Minnesota was a light contingency this year. I think we'll be stronger next year. But for this year, there's few, but there's it's quality over quantity.
Oh my
this
God,
year, right?
absolutely.
Because you still got Charlie, you still got Terry, you still got me.
Hey, and that's all we ever need.
Oh, I don't know about all that.
That's the.
We also got Chris Wynn, the charter rep, one of the new charter reps
Yeah.
for the Minnesota area here. He got a beautiful saber yesterday from Vadersfeld.
Oh, very nice. That's awesome.
All right.
So Nate's dual wielding as well.
Nate versus Christian Melody.
All right. And we've got a shorter pike here because the last pike you saw that Tony had was actually taller than he was. That was pretty much max height for the pikes. And Nate practices dual wielding quite a bit, so this should be a fun match to watch.
So there's a Richard Melody and a Christian Melody, and they are, I'm assuming, brothers because they're both wearing the same jerseys.
Yeah.
So I got really thrown off. So I was like, didn't he fight just a little bit ago? But no, that's the other brother, the Melody brothers.
the Hansons from
Iowa. Iowa brothers.
All right, let's see
Good
here.
Midwestern boys.
So you see Nate. He got
Just Nate's a Midwestern boy too. Ohio's kind of Midwestern, right?
it is. It's
Some
kind of-
Mid-Eastern.
It's one of those flyover states, you know. From
We
New
are
York originally,
flyover
so-
country. This is true. So
you
check the
see
live
what-
chat. See what they're saying. Woo Iowa.
There
Yes,
you go.
woo Iowa. Unless the Hawkeyes are playing the Gophers, then row the boat.
Red point, 1-1. Nate's coming back. So you look at Nate's style. He'll actually put that shorter blade out front.
Man, he's got a really beautiful purple saber with the curved hill. I wonder where'd that come from? Who made that?
Where did that come from? That's
Who
a
made
saber
that
that we just
gorgeous,
made. I just
gorgeous
made that
saber?
one for Nate about a week ago.
It's a dark purple.
He's been asking me for that for a long time. And that's one of the curved hilts from Crosspoint Sabers. I'm a sponsor here for TSL and love that I am and honored to be one.
Tom Amoroso.
Ooh, good hit. They both came in on that one. That was a pretty close to be a simultaneous, I would think.
Your stuff is very modern. You know, it's very functional. It's very functional.
Form follows function. That's kind of
Yeah.
my design aesthetic. It's not.
Oh.
I don't want a lot of embellishments. As a matter of fact, I got some feedback on that. A couple posts on Facebook, and they're like, "It's not very decorated." I'm like, "We decorate with the blood of our enemies, right?" So you know, it's, we don't need a lot of frills and bells and whistles.
Will Jeff Johnson fight in front of the camera? Good question. I don't know if I can answer that because it all depends on how these matches go, and depends on what match ends up in what ring.
So 3-2 there for Nate, and looks like we're gonna have another split decision here. Let's see. Red
4-2.
point. Oh, good fight. What happened there?
Tanner and Jason just got done.
I think
Gerard, who
Jason
won
took
that?
that one.
Jason Hayden.
Jason
Jason
Hayden took that
Hayden
match.
took Tanner down. All right.
Jason reached out and Tanner made the honor
Wow.
for the final point.
I expect nothing less from Tanner Martin, though.
That's
All right.
awesome.
Back to
That's-
our action. 5-2. Nate Hill now with a 3-point lead. Thank you for the update, Mr. Gerard Graham. Always a scholar and a gentleman.
Always proud of my guys. Tanner's another one of my Ohio guys.
Yeah.
He came in second last year in the exotics.
Big Ohio. Ooh.
Nate
goes for the slide.
He just got those new shin guards painted too, so he's rubbing that paint right off, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah. Oh, he's got a little gear adjustment. The slide ripped loose.
Snapped a few snaps there.
Snap some snaps. Unsnap some snaps. Something like that. Is there a giant water jug? Oh, right over there.
So here we go. Let's
I've
see.
consumed somewhere between 1.5 and 1 3/4 gallons of water today.
Well, that is staying hydrated.
That is. It's Vegas. So.
I think I've had about 4 glasses of water all day and like 2 coffees, so I'm about 6 coffees behind.
Oh! I have had like 3 energy drinks, so I've had like
Nice.
900 milligrams of caffeine.
That unicorn one, that pink unicorn.
No.
what's it called? Bang?
I had Rain sour apple, and I did have a
Oh.
Bang this morning, but it was peach mango.
Peach mango. There you go. Give me a nice black coffee and I'm all I need.
I cannot do black coffee.
Oh, it's my
If
life,
I
though. It's
have
water,
a
right?
coffee,
It's just flavored
it's
water.
a latte, and it has to have milk and chocolate and caramel, no whipped cream or toppings.
So you want
And yes,
that.
I do drink a turtle mocha. So if you deduce that, you are a coffee connoisseur, or you just go to Caribou a lot.
I do go to
Caribou's a Midwest thing, though. It's not really out here on the West Coast. You can find Starbucks, but I can't find a Caribou in Vegas. It's awful.
Yeah, we need a good coffee sponsor for TSL.
Crimson Cup in
Crimson
Ohio
Cup
makes a
would be
mean
amazing.
cup of coffee.
If you have a chance to try Crimson Cup coffee, find it in your store, buy it. It's really
Yeah,
good.
it's made in Ohio. I can't find it in Minnesota. I love that stuff. Love that stuff.
So what do we got here? 7-3.
7-3. Nate Hill with a 4-point advantage.
See Nate going up in that Polish.
I
saber
like
type
seeing
of
a
high
dual
guard.
wielder taking on a pike and it succeeding at the present moment.
And he is. That looks like it might be another red score here. We got 3 judges. Look at that.
It was
Red
8-3 now.
Point.
5-point lead. Once you start to get past that 4-point mark, it gets really tough.
Yeah, I've been meaning, a few of us have talked about doing a bit of a study and looking at all the scores and who are the winners at 7 points. And has anybody ever turned that back around? And it's classically no. You usually see. Oh, Nate comes in, parries with his long blade and strikes. 8-7.
Simultaneous called 7-4 or
Right,
7-3 now.
Drop those points back. After that third simultaneous, we roll back those points. And if you guys have been following along, you've seen that happen a few times in the last couple days.
We have. Oh.
And Chris came kind of right through on that one. I would be surprised if that go up. Good. Couldn't call it. Goes to blue.
7-4.
No
No,
strike.
nothing.
He got him. He
Nope,
thought
no
he
one
was
called
That was a
anything.
walk-away hit he thought he had. And it just didn't.
Oh,
good
blue
calls it.
point.
Blue point.
I didn't even hear a hold call.
Didn't hear that either. He just kind of walked it off, and he knew he'd hit.
He turned around like he knew it happened. Oh.
That was
Oh,
an
okay,
over the head,
okay.
behind, and kind of blind strike.
Blue got
Good call by the director.
No point.
Here. No
All right.
point on that one. That was a little bit of a dangerous strike behind the head and over the top. Looks cool.
Oh. Red with the up strike or blue with the down strike? Blue with the down strike got
Down
their first
strike usually
7-6
gets seen
now.
first. It's easier for the judges to see. That up strike is
It took me time to actually watch for the up strike.
you got it. So you got to chain your eye. And you can't watch the blade. You got to watch their hand. Their hands are what tells you where they're going to move, not the blade. The blade moves too fast.
Yeah. You know, I actually remember you saying that when I was in Ohio last year, training at the Columbus Saber Academy. I can speak today.
It's been a long
Blue got another
day.
point. It's 8-7, just a
8-7.
1-point advantage now, which was a 5-point lead, has now been cut to 1 with 30 seconds remaining, and I think he just tied it up here.
Because Nate went in with a little bit of a bent arm attack, so he lost probably 8 to 10 inches of reach just by bending his elbows for a strike.
That's at minimum 3 straight points for one of the Medley brothers.
By the way, that's not their last name. That was just me saying it.
No, they're
Oh, Melody. Oh, yeah, I called
Melody
him Hanson.
brothers.
I'm sorry, I was
Yeah,
bad.
yeah,
I
no,
just,
no, they're the Melody
I was
brothers.
thinking of, what's the hockey movie? Come on, you're a Minnesota guy. Slapshot.
Slapshot. I would say the Goon.
Oh, that was a good hit.
Red takes
point
the
definitively, and that's the way
ties
to
at
end
8-8
the
and then
match.
2 points to close it out.
Amazing.
Nate
That was
Hill
a
advances.
good final for Nate. Good game for both guys. That was a lot
All
of
right,
fun.
so now coming up next. I don't think he was ready for that spin. He wasn't ready.
Trying to say you can't do the same thing.
All right,
Switch out.
we're gonna switch
We're gonna
out
switch
here.
out. Thanks, guys.
I
Thank
think
you so
Tom's
much,
gonna
sir.
take
I
off.
appreciate
Thank you,
it, brother.
Tom. Dale's
thanks
gonna
for
jump
coming out.
back
Great.
in.
Enjoy. Yeah. Thanks, guys.
And a pair of musical chairs here, real quick. All right, back in
Wow,
my
what a
normal
great
position.
match.
Yeah, that was fabulous.
I was just over there watching it, and I caught myself calling it to nobody.
So we got Michael Bennett. Nope, that one's already going on. Robert Thomas versus who advances between Jameis and Christian?
So I heard Tanner's out.
Tanner did get knocked out.
Next fight,
Don't call it an upset, but it was some were surprised.
Right.
Who did you call?
Isn't that the nature?
Who did you call?
Who did you call? Thomas and Kanapu.
Thomas. Oh yeah, Robert Thomas and Christian Ka'anapu. Yeah. Ka'anapu, yeah. I see Robert Thomas in the ring. I do not see Christian Ka'anapu yet. Oh, he is getting geared up in the back. I see him. He's got the white mask. It's the Court of Owls. Or that's where my mind goes with it. I think it is, and I don't think it's Court of Owls like I'm associating it, but we're just going to go with that because,
Batman, right?
I'm the one on the microphone.
Court of Owls.
Yes,
That's
Batman.
That's
yep.
a good.
New 52. Yep.
Yeah.
It would be terrifying. An owl mask. Doesn't someone have an owl mask? And if they don't, let's get an owl mask made. Someone should be the
Thor,
owl.
I feel like you have enough sway. Just ask him. Just
You
be
know?
like, somebody make that owl mask.
Well, someone in the live chat tell me if someone already has one. Okay, they're laughing at me about the Melody Brothers. So, Richard, and then Christian.
I feel like they've been laughing at us all day.
Hey, I make mistakes all the time, so I'm okay with that.
Oh, I didn't say I was back. Hi, this is Dale. I'm back.
Oh yeah, Dale's back. Tom left.
Tom was pretty much fed up.
He was really tired of talking to me.
And he hasn't. He's only been doing it for like 15 minutes.
We're going to the
No,
quarter.
he was here for a good.
Oh yeah, he was here for a while. We're going to the
Oh,
quarterfinals
yeah.
here.
We're smoking
soon.
through this.
Oh, Jason Newing's going to be fighting soon. The returning two-time champion.
Yep.
We call him Jason 2 times Newing. Actually, he goes by the professor, but I like to just make things up as I go.
No, I'm totally okay with that.
All right, here we go. Getting underway with Christian Ka'anapu and Robert Thomas. Robert Thomas out of Ohio.
Oh, I like this. Yeah.
And Christian Ka'anapu out of New Mexico.
I was telling Tom when he was here that you can really tell when somebody's trained with a pike.
Yeah.
You know.
They
And
do a little bit more than
you
just
see
stick
that?
it out
you
there.
See how,
Yep.
That two-handed dueler right here is blocking just exactly like he should be with that offhanded.
With the shorter saber?
Yeah, the saber. And he's just getting in there. You can't just run in with a pike. You probably do have to train. I'm not saying he doesn't train with it as well, but you can tell that he's got a good take on his dual wielding. It's not
3-0
red.
right now
Yeah,
in favor
3-0.
of Christian Ka'anapu. Red with another point now, 4-0. Robert Thomas needs to get on the board here. With only one round, it's do or die.
Yeah, it really is.
Like we've talked about already, you don't have time to feel an opponent out. You need to,
That's 5-0 right there.
Yeah. Hugs, hugs, hugs. Jay Madden fighting and the Dr. Doom fighting to my right here.
Yeah.
So, don't know where they're at with that match, but ooh, a little finger shot. Ooh, Christian Ka'anapu almost in with another back strike. Red point, 6-0.
This one's going quick.
Christian looking very crisp. Very crisp. He did compete in tag earlier with his wife.
He just became a contender, I think, with this match. 7-0.
Oh, he was on my radar.
Running in.
He was on my radar.
Yeah, coming up in, we're almost into quarter. This will take him into.
This will take him into the
came in.
quarterfinals
Yep.
if he can advance.
7-1. So blue is on the board. I like how he slinks around. Look at it, he just runs and attacks. I mean, that's really, if you can learn how to back up while you're still attacking, you're going somewhere.
Distance is life.
Okay, Jared.
Well, I heard you say that earlier.
Well, no, Jared said it, but I took
And he
I
said
took
reach is
advantage.
life.
Oh, he did.
So reach is life, distance is life, life is life.
Yeah. Either way, I just steal words out of Jared's mouth.
I always steal things from Jared. It's he's a genius. Why wouldn't you?
Yes. As long as I can get some credit for it.
Oh, I always co-opt it as my own.
Yeah. So here we are, 7-3.
7-3.
Red is still up.
Blue has come on the board a little bit. Father and son.
Look at that. He was just a little late.
They're not brothers. They're father and son.
Oh. You were corrected again.
Medley. Why do I keep saying Melody? Because that's the street I live on. It's Medley.
7-4.
And for the second day in a row and the third tournament in a row, I think I've been corrected on pronunciation of a word.
Do you see, though? That's why people fight with pikes, because he just came back from a
7-0.
nothing deficit and is now at least closer.
At 8-5,
You know?
yeah, he's within striking distance.
1 minute remaining.
With a minute, he's got plenty of time to
More than
close
enough.
this gap.
Yep, there it is.
There's another one, 8-6. Medley, jeez. Ugh.
Oh, there
yeah, he got
dodged
the
it.
shoulder. 9-6 now. We're match point here. Christian Ka'anapu, the red fighter, looking really good. Robert Thomas coming back nicely, though, from his early deficit.
There it is.
Stays
That
alive.
should be-
Stays alive right
called
there.
it for
Blue
blue.
point, yep. 9-7. Still match point.
Look how low he is in that stance. It almost is unassuming. That
Red
stance.
gets the point. Red gets the W.
You know that stance? He's so low.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard.
It's unassuming. You almost feel like you can get closer, and then the next thing you know, he whips it out, and there you are. That's the end
You
of it.
think you have an opening that you really don't have.
No, yeah.
All right.
Finds a way to slip right into your distance and
See,
attack.
these matches are moving quick. That's why I don't know who goes next. So I will now, but Jason Newing is going to be fighting Jordan Blankenship. That's going to be a heck of a match.
Yeah.
I'm really excited for that.
Jordan.
Yeah.
Who's he fighting?
Jordan Blankenship. Jason Newing.
Jason.
The champ.
Yeah, this could be the.
We're getting Elijah Medley.
I almost think.
Okay,
that-
wait a minute. How many
Should we
medleys are
switch?
here?
I feel like we should switch.
Yeah, hey.
Hey, is this? Hey, Terry. Can we switch? Because we got Jason
And Jordan.
with the tag team champ.
Just swap the fighters in the rings. Hey, Jason and Jordan. Tell them to go over there.
I think that's a good idea. Terry's actually putting us up with us being divas today.
Terry is very lenient of us today.
I cannot believe we're getting away with as much as we are.
I honestly,
You know, usually I've gotten a dirty look by now from Terry.
I took him for the live stream.
We're being divas. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. That was me. We called for them for the live stream.
Yeah. Oh, here's the look. We're finally gonna get it.
Yeah, I think we're about to get a talking to. Dad's coming.
What happened?
Oh, nothing. We just wanted this match on the live stream because Jordan, after winning tag team champion and the returning champ in his first match, Jason Newing, we wanted the people to see it.
Sounds like a cool story.
It does sound like a cool story.
Hey, if we get in trouble, Terry, it was Thor's idea.
It definitely was Thor's idea. Man, I thought we were about to get in trouble.
I thought I was
Oh,
gonna get
man.
yelled at.
Holy buckets.
It
My
wouldn't be the
heart's
first
racing
time.
right now. I'm on my fifth win of the day.
Oh yeah.
I'm getting another kick of energy here. I think we might have a little.
We're definitely pushing the envelope.
We are. We're leaning on it.
Where do you push an envelope
We
to?
are leaning on it. Elijah Medley. Now, is Elijah Medley from Colorado
They're not brothers.
related? No. Is Elijah Medley related to the other Medleys from Iowa?
We
Live
need to-
chat, fill me in.
We need to have this question answered.
3 Medleys, father and 2 sons. Yes, nailed it.
Father,
They
two
are
sons.
related. And
Is
I got
there
the
any
pronunciation
sisters?
right.
A wife?
No, I think there's only 3 of them fighting
Are
in
there
this
any
tournament.
grandchildren?
I'm surrounded by Medleys.
Yeah.
We do have a.
I feel like the medley is out of tune.
All right. We're getting Jason Newing and Jordan Blankenship for you all because we demanded it, and people are just giving us what we want. I don't really know why.
I have no
Neither
clue.
one of us swing any clout around.
None.
Here. We're
No,
just
if
we're just 2
anything-
clowns on microphones.
Yeah, if anything, we'll be the janitors tonight.
Oh, we definitely. Yeah, we have to sweep and vacuum after this is done. Pick up garbage, lots of stuff.
I've been called garbage. Oh, did you notice?
Charlie just said good job for moving them in. Yeah, that's why I was like, we need this.
I can't believe they
Yeah.
haven't yelled at us yet.
Big hitters in the ring right here. Jordan Blankenship burst on the scene today. One half of the tag team champs.
Yeah, he really came in like a wrecking ball.
Jason Newing, yeah, I heard he was a Miley Cyrus fan.
Oh, with that hair?
Yes. Well, no, that hair, Axl Rose.
That's true. You think he's going
Welcome
80s with
to the
it?
jungle.
We got fun and games.
That's right. We got everything you want. Jason Newing, his first match
Yes.
of the
Oh,
day.
this is his first.
He didn't fight
Yeah.
in tag team, so he's had the day off.
Hey, when you're the champ,
No,
you know,
you do champ things.
like nap.
I went out to lunch with him.
Did you?
Yep.
Did you get a sushi burger?
He didn't eat.
Oh, well, he was.
I thought it was an odd tactic.
A lot of guys are eating that way here. What I found out, they call it tournament eating, where it's more snacking.
You graze throughout.
Yeah.
2-0 though.
So
Jason
he is up by
Ewing
2. Jason
out
is.
to a 2-0 lead. He has a lot of experience
Yeah.
wielding that pike, and he is deadly with it.
Yeah, and it's really going to
Oh.
be. You notice how he went low?
Jordan went for it all out, and he got it.
Yeah. That wasn't a bad strike. I mean, I always have an issue with going low, just about, taking that hit.
We talked about
but-
that earlier because it opens you up to bad things happening to you.
Yeah. But some people will do it. They take that advantage, and there he is, just right in.
Right in. Jason Ewing, straightforward,
I think
takes the
Jason-
point, goes up 3-1.
I think Jason's looking at a three-peat.
Grandchild is home with mom. But give it a few years, and they'll be
Yeah, they'll be out
There'll be
here.
even more medleys.
They'll be booping. Yeah, I think Jason is going for a three-peat in his head. He's already there.
Oh yeah. He's locked in.
He didn't
I'm
participate.
not gonna
He
say
didn't
he cares
participate
more
in
about
anything
this.
else today.
No, nothing.
He knew this is what he wanted.
Yeah. He's been resting
So
all
he's
day.
up. He's up 2 points. A 2-point deficit, 4-2. Jason is up at the moment. You look at him. He just gets in there. There it is.
And Blankenship's on his, I don't know, 7th, 8th, 9th
Yeah.
match of the day.
And we talked about it earlier with Jordan, is that he kind of does things that are a little off the wall,
Unorthodox.
That's not going to work against a veteran like Jason, who's like, this is his job. Like, this is what he does.
Jason's
not that his job, but yeah.
Jason is too technically sound
Yeah.
to be thrown off with the unorthodox
With the
style.
unorthodox,
Yeah.
yeah.
He's not going to change what he does just because you're doing something that he
Yeah.
doesn't quite understand.
He does
or-
something
yeah.
good, and he's going to continue to do that.
He just
And-
does what he does.
And notice how, as he's charging in, it's multiple
He's
thrusts.
extending as he's charging. Charging and extending his arms at the same time. It makes that fighter
like a
back
piston.
up. He is, yes. Very, 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 very good analogy.
I know, that's why I said it.
Ooh. Wow. Getting sassy late in the day. It is 7:30. We have been going
Right.
for
12
closing
hours
in
now.
on 12 hours. I've been up for about 13.
So we're still 5-3.
Oh, Jason.
Yeah,
6-3.
he's so-
He's on it right now.
Yeah, and
He's
he's
on
so
it.
precise with getting in there. So we're 6-3, 3-point deficit.
As
Jason
talented
is
as
up.
Jordan is.
Jordan is talented too.
Jason's a beast with that pike.
Yeah.
And Jordan is and
So they're fixing up Jordan's
gear again. Another gear issue.
I think it's just it comes with the type of gear he's wearing. They just want to make sure that he's covered, especially with someone like Jason who can hit where he wants to.
Oh!
That
I
blade!
just looked to
thought,
my
bro.
I just looked to my left and Mr. Elijah Medley. Sorry, I messed it up again with a crazy thing. Sorry, we're back out in the action.
Yeah.
7.
I don't know if that. So it's
No,
first time
6-3.
up.
We stick at 6-3. Jason Ewing, the returning 2-time champ, with a
And
3-point advantage
here's
over
the
the
thing,
Jordan
Jason hasn't
Blankenship.
done anything today.
He
we said.
he hasn't done anything. He's been resting.
He's good.
He's fresh. Jordan's fought in at least. I want to say
7
this is
matches.
his ninth
7,
match.
8, 9, something
Yeah,
like
because
that.
I want to say that he fought like 6 or 7 in tag team, and he already fought in one in this tournament. So
Yeah, and you're going up against somebody. They've been saving him just for this. That's hard to.
I don't think Jason cares more about this tournament than the
I
standard.
think he does.
But he wants to be a
Yeah.
three-time champ. He wants to
No,
hold that belt
for me,
another
I'm
year
looking at this. He cares more about being a three-peat than getting that.
than getting the
Yeah.
standard champ.
Oh yeah, I think so.
All right.
I mean, that's just my personal thoughts on it. If I had won twice, I'd want that
That's
three-peat
true.
more than
That's
going.
true. That's true. Right.
I mean, just to show he didn't participate
Oh.
in the tag team. He waited just for this. I mean, that shows a bit of caring.
We were just knotted up at 6, but Jason takes the lead back with a 7-6.
Yeah, 7-6. Jason is.
He tied it from down 3 to tied at 6. That was impressive by Jordan
Well,
Blankenship.
Jordan comes back. I mean, he's
did.
known. There you go.
Wow,
Tied
and
up
Blue gets
again.
that point, 7-7. Jordan made an adjustment right in the middle
Yeah.
of this match, and it's now working in his favor heavily.
Well, I mean, he was down 3 points.
He was down 6-3, and then he was tied at 6. So it went from 3 down to tied at.
Really,
tied at
sometimes
6.
all
Yeah.
it takes is a little bit of a change. And actually, Tom was talking about it. It's the yanking it or the yanking it in from the top. So
Right.
you'll get some pike guys that are they just come in straight, and then you have guys that will reach out from the top and do the same thing. And sometimes the guys that are just going straight in, when the guy comes over on top of them, they don't know what to do. And I think
Right.
Jordan's made that change. But, Jason just waited for him on that one.
And
9-7.
no. No point. Low strike called.
No point. So 9-7 still.
9-7. Jason can close out here. Match point.
30 seconds.
Defending champ.
So we have a blue
We
call.
do have a blue call. Two.
But
two on
nothing
blue.
else. Oh, then a red call.
Oh,
and a
red
blue
gets
call.
it.
Red
Red
point. There it
wins
is.
10-7.
Yeah,
Jordan Blankenship put up a hell of a fight. But Jason Newing looks on a different level right now. Whatever.
yeah, Jason's ready.
Yeah, he's sharp.
Hasn't fought. He's got, let's say, so he goes into semifinals now.
I'm just
From
going to say this.
semifinals, quarters to semi to things. So he could have 3 more matches if
Yeah,
he goes for the
easy.
win. Yeah, he's
Easy.
and he hasn't fought today.
Nope.
I can only imagine that he's been saving himself for this moment.
Looking
And he
at
got
his,
such a
looking
great-
at his way in, he has a not easy way to the finals, but he's got a very winnable way to the finals. I'll just say that much.
especially feeling good.
His half of the bracket isn't light, but he looks like he could come out of that side.
The thing is, we still have a lot of California boys.
Hey,
in
guess
the
what?
run.
Livestream, you're gonna be excited, or at least one of you are. We are gonna get the Jeff Johnson
Ooh!
versus Gerard St. Germain match.
Jeff is a wonky little dude.
That's
Jeff
coming up
is
next
so
in
tired.
ring one.
Even his side dragons are looking a little tired.
His dragons are looking droopy.
They're a little droopy.
He's got some droopy dragons on his shoulders.
Yeah. That should be.
Oh wow! Sudden death between Elijah
That should be a band name.
Medley and Tony Lucian.
Did you get the name right?
Which one?
Medley.
Medley, yeah.
Good.
I didn't say Melody. I live on Melody Lane. Director Melody. I got Melody in my head. Medley. That's someone's blowing a didgeridoo. No, that's
No, that's not. That's
Sorry, the didgeridoo is a lot bigger.
Keep Portland weird.
Keep Portland here.
Is that a didgeridoo? No. Oh yes.
All right, Jeff Johnson from Oregon.
So
Gerard St. Germain from
he's
SoCal.
definitely from Oregon.
Yep, they're definitely from Oregon over there.
Blow your pipe. One of the great things
looks like Tony Lucian moves on, and Elijah Medley knocked out in what was a great sudden death fight. Unfortunately,
our Oregonians are blowing wind.
they're blowing some sort of is that a dart gun? I don't know what that thing is.
Is that a dart gun?
All right, we're
he's
getting
coming
the
to talk.
Oregon guy over here. All right, we got to know, what are you blowing? It sounded like a didgeridoo. He's blowing through a pipe.
No, it's just a pike.
He's just blowing through a pike, and it sounds like
blown
a
away.
but
I am blown. He's an Oregonian.
I see what you did there.
All right.
Keep
They're
keep
blowing
Oregon
wind.
weird. Keep Oregon weird.
I have
as
to
we
say that
say.
joke again.
It
'cause,
is. It is good.
Yeah.
It is good. You know what? We've been giving it to all the states in the nation, so nobody can be upset because we have literally got on everybody.
We have been shooting on all
with
of them.
Drunken Scotties, people from Florida, people from California.
Haven't
You
hit
guys were
Alaskans
ragging
yet.
on Minnesotans yesterday,
Yeah,
or you weren't here, but
well,
other people were ragging on Minnesotans
I mean,
yesterday.
it's Minnesota.
What else? Texas. I'm sure we disparaged Texas at some point. All right, moving on. Jeff Johnson.
We haven't.
No, I have no idea. Jeff Johnson versus Gerard St. Germain. I love that name.
Everything's big in Texas, but their win streak here today.
I dislike Texas for the sole fact that their state fair is the largest in the world, and ours is the second largest for Minnesota, and that just sticks in my craw.
California is the 3rd largest.
Well,
I don't know this, but I just would imagine it's so.
You're just saying that? Does California even have a state fair?
Do you know Vegas is putting in that stadium, man, coming down? That stadium is wild.
Yeah. Raiders moving here next year. I got the Golden Knights.
Or do you think they'll make the
Professional
Raiders
sport.
gold and silver?
That would be cool.
I don't think anyone would like that.
Thanks, Mike, for blowing the horn.
So
Represent
Charlie has
Oregon. It
stated
wasn't a
he's
horn, it
excited
was a-
3
it was a
times,
pipe.
but not told us about what.
Gerard St. Germain
Yeah.
promised flourishing.
Oh, so we have
Gerard
been
St.
promised
Germain
flourish.
Promised flourishing.
Remember the
And,
statement from yesterday.
yep.
I'd
Jeff
like-
Johnson's all about flourishing.
I'd like to
and
see
crazy
Jeff
stuff,
Johnson
too.
do the drunken fighting with Gerard doing the flourishing, and maybe they never meet in the middle of the ring.
It's literally
they just flourish.
stumbling around and twirling.
One's stumbling around and the other one's twirling, and they're both in their own corners.
Jeff Johnson, because he's fighting Jeff Johnson. So we're gonna have the.
That can happen.
This. Oh no, it's a very likely scenario.
It's going to be the biggest flourishing event.
Yeah, this is gonna be wild.
This-
I'm glad
this
Terry.
This is bigger than the Olympics.
I'm so glad Terry's directing this. You know what Saber Legion should be part of, and I'm just gonna throw that out there. As much as I love CombatCon, we should really be in the X Games.
Oh yeah.
Saber Legion should be an X Games.
Well, all you
event.
got to
The
do
Saber Legion's
is
tournament.
all you
X
got to do
Games.
is add skateboards to the mix, and we're there.
No, we don't even need skateboards.
Lightsaber jousting
Yeah.
and skateboarding.
Hey, the Olympics has fencing and jiu-jitsu and stuff.
That's true.
The X
X
Games
Games.
needs a combat sport. We could be that combat sport
So
for the X
instead
Games.
of sabers, maybe it's like you fight with skateboards.
If you know anybody, no, you still keep the sabers. Oh wait, but
I think you should fight
but
with skateboards.
X Games is owned by ESPN. ESPN's owned by Disney. So maybe it's possible. Unlikely, but possible.
So we have what's promised to be an eccentric match.
We've been guaranteed flourishing,
guaranteed California flourish.
and we got a crazy Oregon person in there,
Yeah.
so anything could happen.
We believe that Jeff may have escaped from an insane asylum in
He was
Oregon.
He was drunken
yeah.
sabering earlier. Not
Yeah.
actually being drunk, but just appearing.
pretending.
So
I don't know if he's old enough to get drunk.
I think so.
Oh look, he's on. Oh, we're
And
gonna get crazy.
we're underway here.
Look, I love how he holds his pose until it's been announced. Jeff is an entertainer at heart.
Aren't we all to a certain extent?
No.
And we got a hold. Gerard St. Germain was
Yeah,
up
we're
1-0.
1-0.
Now we're tied at 1.
Oh, I love the skipping. We got some flourish. Look at him hold that. I love that. How Jeff holds his pose.
Yeah, he at the end there, he just
he just
he
holds it.
freezes. He
Yeah.
freezes.
Oh,
Oh, I told you.
that was like a prancing
Did
horse.
anybody?
Did you
I
notice
don't.
that?
I
It
didn't.
was like
I didn't
a-
notice. I didn't notice. I mean, I noticed the prancing horse part, but I didn't notice anybody hit anybody.
No, nobody actually. Oh, did they attack?
Did they attack?
Oh.
Yes, they did. But
I
didn't
was
see
so
anybody.
enthralled with the prancing horse movement.
It was like a back and forth shuffle, not shuffle. Ooh,
Oh,
spin,
oh,
spin,
oh!
stab. Ooh, he got it. He got
Okay.
it. That was persistence.
Okay. Do we got style points today?
We do not.
Oh,
We do
darn
not.
it.
Did away with that.
That's a good idea.
Failed attempt.
Look at Jeff going around, just
Oh.
circling him.
And getting hit for it.
Yeah.
No,
he did.
doing the
No,
hitting.
he did hit.
Sometimes we don't have the angle, but the judges
So
do, and they
4-2.
call blue 2, red 4.
Jeff is down by 2 points, but if he continues to spar like this, he holds a chance. Look at that. Low guard, low guard, low guard. Attack.
Oh, did he get the up strike? He
Yeah,
did.
he did.
Yeah, red got the up strike.
Yeah, he was doing the, he was like scaring him. He was like, bah, and that's one thing Gerard do. He's very vocal.
So is Jeff.
Yes. There's a 3-point deficit for Jeff at the moment, 5-2. Red is up.
Gerard St. Germain fighting in his, 35th match.
Didn't work twice.
Nope.
Didn't work twice.
Worked once, didn't work the
So
second
he came
time.
in with low guard, and Jeff just set up and slammed it down on his shoulder.
Uh-oh, we got Dan.
Oh,
Oh!
goes low.
Goes real low. and gets hit for it.
It looked like blue hit, but I didn't get, yeah.
Terry, Gerard's armband's down.
By 4, he's brought it back within a 1-point deficit, so it is 5-4. Gerard is up in red, but Jeff is not trailing far behind.
Jeff Johnson.
Oh, attacks high, goes low, but it looks like they're calling for a red hit. Blue went high, pushed low, but red does get the point. So Gerard is now up 6-4, 2 points up. So we have some blue, some red. It's really going to be up to what Terry
Director
saw.
Terry makes the call. It's 6-5 now.
1 point again. Jeff's doing a little dance. So one thing is Jeff's actually listening to music right now. I don't know if many people know that while he spars.
Has music in his
He has music
headphones
in his earphone.
in. Yep.
He said he has 84 songs to listen to. So he is tied up, 6 up at the moment. Jeff has brought it back. So we went to the Lion King there.
Habanya. 6-6.
Yeah, Simo.
First
we have
Simo
a call
now
for a Simo, a couple calls for blue and a call for red. So it was called as a simultaneous. Jeff's getting into it, goes right through. Does look like Jeff pushes through. Blue is now up for the first time this match, 7-6.
No, you're good. It wasn't you.
Come back up here. Yep, there we go.
We're good. We're back.
All right,
We're
here
back,
we go
we're back.
for the 8-8 now. It is tied up.
Tied up
8-8.
as he slides
Red
in.
goes, gets the point. 9-8
Back on top.
back
Our
on
third
top.
lead change. Our third lead change. The stream did not go down. It's back up. It's back up.
Looks like blue. We got a call for blue.
Blue.
9-9,
tied at 9.
tied up.
Match point.
We got
Match
to fight.
point. This is a barn
That's all
burner.
Who's gonna get it?
Oh.
Oh,
I look
looks
like red got in there on the chest.
We got some calls for blue.
1 call for blue, 3 red. Red gets it. Red
takes
gets the win.
point. Our 50 up continues to move forward in the brackets.
Thank you, Jimmy. Thank you, Jimmy.
That was a great match.
We did
for
get
Jeff.
the finish of that match though, so I'm happy that it came.
It's a good match. That was actually
Wait,
a good match.
are we taking a 10-minute
they had
break?
fun.
10-minute break. All right, let's get some fighters over here.
We could go one of each way. Let's ask them.
Yeah,
We
who
could
do
go
the-
with
who
a
does the-
future
who does the
fight or
chat
somebody
want?
who's been fighting.
Or who does the chat want us to interview? Throw out a fighter for us to interview on this break, and we will make that happen. Before we move on to round 3. Who won that? Did Chris Besserell win, or did Chris Besserell advanced to the quarterfinals? Our Spider-Man from
We already
earlier.
did.
The Oregon guys walking around blowing the horn. That was a good showing. Jeff was right there. Came down right to the wire.
We had even talked to Jason.
Yeah, let's get the champ in.
I'll let you talk to him.
All right.
I've done a couple interviews.
Sounds good. They're gonna get me Jason Newing. Ask him if he would kindly. Yep. Actually, Jimmy Sorrell asked for Jason Newing.
Oh, there you go, man.
The Champion Series champ has requested the Exotics champ to come and be interviewed. So.
Well, it's not us giving you what you wanted. We actually made that decision.
We did. So
The
it was
divas have
partially
spoken.
you. The divas have spoken. Hey, here, actually tap him for me. Jason. All right, here comes Mr. Newing, the aforementioned 2-time Exotics champion, Jason Newing. You can just squeeze behind me and just pop down right there for a second. We got a little 10-minute break, so I really appreciate you joining me.
Yeah, no problem.
So-
Anything for you, Thor.
Oh wow, what a kind man. Jimmy, the Champion Series champ, requested you as well. So The professor rocks, he said. So getting a lot of love in the chat. You had the morning off, nice and rested. And now you got that first match under your belt. Got a W. Moving on to the quarterfinals.
It's a relief because I actually don't like getting buys. I prefer to go in and get warmed up and not go against somebody who's already warmed up. You know, I do my best in the warm up room and move around.
And someone who not only is warmed up but has also competed in 7 or 8 matches.
He's
won a tag team
world
championship.
champion.
Yeah. I mean,
it was a tough match.
That was a tough match.
Yeah.
What did you see out there from Mr. Jordan Blankenship?
Well, I watched his first match, and he was doing a lot of downward cuts. And I also happened to handle his pike when we were in the warm-up room, and I noticed it was very light. And my pike's kind of heavy, so my strategy was every time it comes down with that downward cut, parry and strike. Now, that happened on the first exchange, and then he quickly abandoned that strategy. So I kind of had to adjust mid-fight and got into a shootout a little bit. David, my corner, kept reminding me to not play that game. But, you know, I didn't want to rush in too many times. I let him come to me a little bit, kind of gauge what he's doing, and wait till he might be resetting to think about something else, and then I come with my thrust.
Sit back and counterpunch.
Yes.
Nice. It worked well for you. You're on to the quarterfinals. Who will you be facing in the quarterfinals?
I think I get the winner of...
You will be facing Tony Lucian out of Minnesota.
Oh, yeah, sorry, yeah.
Yep, the Blue Power Ranger.
It's already set in stone.
You haven't fought Tony before?
We've sparred in standard Saber in Minnesota a couple times, and he's a real nice guy. Look forward to it. I don't even actually remember what weapon he's using.
I was just going to ask you, is he dual wielding, or is he? I think he might have a pike as well, but don't quote me on that. I don't think we've had one of his matches yet. So 3-peat.
That's what I'm shooting for.
Now, if I could say you get the 3-peat or win the champions, or win the standard tournament tomorrow, which one do you take? You only get one. 3-peat or champion tournament.
I'd like to get 3 in a row, even though I still have a goal for standard.
Dang it, Dale was right, because I said you may want it. He was like, no, he wants the 3-peat more than he wants the standard, and Mr. Jason Ewing does.
I promise Maryland that belt is never leaving unless I have something to say about it.
Hey Tony, what are you fighting with? So we'll be dual wielding Tony Lucian versus pike wielding 2-time champion Jason Ewing in round. In the quarterfinals. So, exciting stuff. Tony's never made it to the quarterfinals before, he just informed me. So, this will be exciting. I can't wait to see this match.
How come you don't have a blue Gambison, Tony?
So, Jason, thank you so much for joining me. I know you want to get ready for the next round,
Thanks,
so I
man.
appreciate it. All right. Actually, what are you up to, Tony? Come join me. We're going to bring in Jason's partner. Whoa, careful. The camera's on that. We're good. So before Tony drops the camera, never mind. Never seen Tony dual wield before. All right, Jimmy said you were using a pike, but you're dual wielding, so we were all wrong. I said pike too. So
it was supposed to be a pike. And
Mexico charter got the flag out. They got some sweet patches. I still need to get one of those Mexico charter patches, but. So Tony, you've had some good success so far in the first 2 rounds. No bye for you.
Yes, bye for me.
Oh, sorry, my correction. So you had Elijah Medley in that last one. Went to sudden death.
It did.
Tell me about it.
It was probably the most intense fight of my career so far. He's so fast and agile, but I think at the end of the day, I stayed calm and, looked for my opening, took the dodge when I could, and struck where I could, and here I am.
And here you are, moving on into the quarterfinals, going up against 2-time champ. No easy task. Mm-hmm. We did switch to the commentator camera, so hello Livestream. You'll get to see my ugly face for a few minutes, so my apologies. You spar with Jason before, that's what he was saying. Mm-hmm. He's left now, and he won't see this or hear this. What's your plan against him?
My plan
Your early
is,
plan, at least.
To do basically what I did in the last fight.
Okay.
I've never dual wielded in a competition before. I was supposed to be wielding a pike today, but I screwed up. Apparently,
Things happen.
Yeah, my Ronin, I can't get the Suba off of it.
Oh.
And that was supposed to be my pike. But,
Okay.
it's okay. I switched to the dual wield, and so I'm just going to do what I did. I'm going to block where I can, wait for my opening, and take the hit. But you know what? If I don't win, it's okay, because I got a 9:30 reservation for some delicious food.
Where you at? Where are we eating tonight?
Blackout dining in the dark.
Oh, all right. Exciting. That should be good. Is that really dining in pitch black?
Pitch black. Yeah.
Exciting.
Yeah.
Tell me how that is tomorrow.
I will.
You're fighting standards tomorrow, right?
Yes.
So Tony is from Minnesota, one of the Minnesota contingency that came out here. So what are you hoping to accomplish tomorrow in the standard tournament? If you had one goal you want to obtain.
One goal, I just don't want to be out in the first round.
That's a pretty common theme.
Yeah.
You're 80 fighters. It's going to be nuts. A lot of people we've never seen before. Some returning. There'll be surprises. I mean, look at did you watch the tag team tournament earlier?
I did. I was in it.
You were in it. That's right. How about the tag team champions coming out of not nowhere, because Tony's Luda's been around for a while, but his partner Jordan Blankenship just took your next opponent Jason Newing to a pretty tough match. And they won the tag team tournament, really not out of nowhere, but it was a surprise. It was definitely a surprise victory. What did you think about the tag team tournament earlier?
It was surprising. There were a couple people I'd never seen before. I forget their names, but one of them was wearing the long blue cloak thing or whatever it is.
Oh, Martin Reyes.
Yes,
Martin
that
Reyes.
team.
Yep, out of
I was
Texas.
so impressed with them.
Yeah, him and Jerry Hazard.
Yeah.
Jerry Hazard won the 50+ tournament.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I was very impressed with them, and that just goes to show you, like, even if you've never been to a tournament before, you can show up here and really show up here.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Look at Chris Besserell. I mean, he impressed beyond in the tag team tournament, and he had a good showing last year. So you can show up and really open eyes. I mean, Dale was over and he didn't see Chris a lot last year, so he was like surprised. And I was like, hey, I kind of expected that. There are some sleepers, but the leaps and bounds that this sport continues to grow in, and the new fighters that we keep bringing in, this new blood. I mean, what were we at? 60-some fighters last year, like 64. We're jumping to 80 this year.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, you've been around in TSL for a while.
Yeah.
How long?
I think we're going on 4 years now.
So almost since the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah, we both came around at the same time.
Might be 3 years. I don't want to. Don't quote me on that.
But you've been around for a good
Yeah.
amount of time, right? You've seen TSL 2, 3, and now 4. What have you seen change most about the organization in the last few years? I know it's a tough question.
Yeah, I think what's changed is that the rule sets have become a lot more solidified, and they've used the rule sets to influence the way people fight, sort of to guide us toward more martial arts prowess, and less about a bunch of people goofing around with glow sticks, which
Definitely.
I think makes us a little bit more respectable to the outside world.
Most definitely.
But on the other hand, like, the more things change, the more they stay the same. Like, we're all still having a great time dressing up in costumes, playing with glow sticks.
There's still that theatricalness to it. You know what I mean? Even though it's not like I always draw comparisons to WWE. They always have characters. Now, obviously, our results are real. They're not predetermined. Clearly, you don't see the emotion that comes out in some of these matches. In that kind of world, at least not real emotion, manufactured more so. But yeah, TSL as itself just continues to expand and expand and expand. I can't wait to see what happens the next year. But I'm gonna let you go because I know you got to get ready for Jason. But thank you for joining me, Tony. I really appreciate it. I'll be talking to you later, I'm sure, and tomorrow, so you can tell me how dark dining goes.
I just checked off a bucket list item: interview with Thor.
My heart melts. I'm blushing. You can't see it because I'm pretty tan, but I am. All right. No, you're good. You're good. Nope, you're good. Oh, yes. Thank you so much. I got the Mexico charter patch. Look at that thing. Is that not gorgeous? I know. Be jealous that I'm holding this. Be jealous, live chat. Oh, and here. Director Riley with his TSL 4 3D printed chips. And my Saberist Academy one, if you were joining us earlier, that's the one that I pouted for, and someone gave to me because I was pouting. So there are advantages to pouting. We're going to switch back to the action now, and off my ugly mug. Charlie Cummings just asked me who he's fighting. You were fighting Dustin Frenton. I actually slept next to Dustin on Wednesday evening, my first night here. We were bed buddies on a sofa pullout because neither of us had a room for the night. From Ohio. He's an Ohio guy, yep. All right, we have Mark Carrico versus David Laudenschlager. We have tag team partners going at it. You know what? This is going to be fun. Why don't you come join me for a minute? Are you up next?
I'm on deck. But
Oh, you're on deck. You can. No. If you're on deck, get ready. I'll pull somebody down here. Dale's coming back. I see him. All right. So Dale. I know he wants to be here for Mark versus David, anyways. Yeah. Mark David's starting up. So here we go.
From brothers in arms to blood brothers.
now we're back. Now we're back on.
Yeah.
Brothers in arms, he was saying.
Yeah, no,
now bitter enemies.
Bitter enemies.
That hug showed how much they hate each other.
Yeah. Never. No.
Salud.
Mark, there's nothing sweet in Mark. Yeah.
He's a fierce man.
The only thing sweet about Mark is the leftover donut in his beard.
That was excellent. I really want a donut though.
I know.
So I'm slightly mad at you now.
Slightly?
Yeah,
I was
just
going
slightly.
for flow.
Super jealous.
Man, I cannot
am
talk.
jealous, Thor. I was showing off the Mexico charter patch that I procured while you were gone. And and telling the chat how jealous they should be. All right, here we go. First hold, 0-0. Simultaneous called, first of the match.
I think we're going to see a lot of Simos in this match.
Oh, yeah, I think there'll be more than a few. These two know each other way too well.
Yeah, well, they fought Dark Watch.
Both got pikes. They were partners all day.
Yep. Mark takes the first.
Red gets the point.
Yeah, while they were
Don't say
poking at
Donna.
each other, somebody hit. And it was Red.
He has red armbands.
Mark has, like, bows on his arm.
He does. He's a present.
Yeah. Oh, there
Present
it is.
for the world.
Oh,
This is going to be a very gentlemanly fight.
oh yeah. He's like, yeah, he took his hand off. So David is the type that will not let a point go through when something
Oh, no.
bad.
If
yeah.
he did something where he
Yeah.
feels a way about it, he'll just be like, you know what? No point.
I've seen them both get points and then say there was no points. And actually, at Dark Watch with Kay finally had to tell them, just let me call.
Yep, let me
the
call
match.
it. Let me call it. Yep.
Because they're so willing to just, you know.
All right.
There it is.
Oh,
Oh,
there
came
it
right
is.
under.
Yep.
Yeah. This really could go either
Blue
way.
takes the lead 1-2. Yeah, this is going to be a.
And you know, as gentlemanly as they're being, let me tell you something. They both want to win. Like they both, they have this weird thing where when you talk to them alone, they're like, no, it's cool. And then you go, well, how do you really feel? Of course, I want to kick his butt.
Right, right. I want it to be a good match, but what do you really want?
We're
Well, to
friends.
win.
They run the charter together up in NorCal.
Yep.
And they both don't want to go to one of their events and have to be like, dang, I totally lost.
Right?
You know, it's a little bit of bragging rights, a
Yeah,
little
bragging
bit of fun.
rights. That's
you
what I was
know?
just thinking. All right, we're.
Looks like they're 2 up, because I didn't see that being, something that was going to happen.
Oh no, this is going to be back and forth. I'm not even going to count the number of lead changes we are potentially going to have.
Right.
Because it's going to be way too back and forth for that.
Look how David is just getting in his corner, though. He's taking away Mark's ability to go to the side with him. He's saying, you know what I'm saying?
That's why he's backing
himself.
up.
Yeah,
Okay.
because it takes away all of that extra area. It says you
Interesting.
have to come at him that way. He's backed up
Interesting.
against the corner. If it goes bad, he can step out.
He can bail out, yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Mark just held it out.
Although if you
Okay.
intentionally step out, or not
So
intentionally,
there
even
you go.
unintentionally,
No. Yeah,
Red-
so red is up 3-2.
Red takes the lead now.
This is going to be one of those fights where it's going to be hard for the judges to know what's going on because everything's going to be really quick. And see how Mark got slapped away, but he was instantly back.
Back with that
But
upswing.
it did look like David. Yeah. Oh, so he's saying for red. So what happened is, well, this is what Mark did because I know Mark. I've sparred with Mark before. He when David slammed his blade down, he allowed the blade to go down and then used the blade as a jump back up.
Mark Carrico is the only person you see hold a pike like
That
he's
far
holding a saber.
Yeah.
Like he's just holding a regular standard saber.
And the only reason he's not holding it with one hand is because they
because you
made a
can't.
rule
Yeah,
that,
'cause you
because of
can't.
him, they made
Yeah.
a rule that said you can't do that. He was going in there and he was basically using it like a lightsaber.
Yeah.
And Aaron said, "Hey, I don't know if we should be able to do that." And then the next thing I know, Mark hit me up. He's like, "I just had a conversation with Aaron. They changed the rules."
Yeah, well, it was probably for
yeah.
the right call.
Well, maybe he can control it, but somebody who's not going to be out there with a pike every day fighting isn't
Right.
going to be able to control
Right.
it. Trying to do what he does, and they can't hurt.
Becomes a safety issue.
So we're now 5-2
30
with 30
seconds.
seconds left. 5-3
Unbelievable. 5-3, 30
with
seconds remaining.
less than 30 seconds remaining at this point.
Looks like.
Oh no, 30 seconds exactly because the point stopped.
Yep. Clock stops on a.
So
on a
really,
hold.
it is behoove. That's military right there. It is behoove of David to get in there and attack because we are with 15 seconds left.
He needs to cover quick points.
Behoove. That's very military right there.
It
would behoove
It would
you.
behoove him to hasten
Yeah,
his
but Mark
point
is now up.
procurement.
There's no way.
Yes.
Mark's up by 3 points. There's
3 points with under 30
9
seconds.
seconds left.
Yeah, not happening.
Not happening. Good job on both.
Yep. Oh, David.
Good job on both of them. They fight each other so
David's
much. No, we just both step back, so we're good. Oh, unless you want to go, because you were doing an interview.
This one's pretty much over. So yeah, I'm gonna jump out.
Cool.
Looks like Mark's gonna take it. Jared
Yeah.
Graham's gonna jump back on with Dale because they were so good earlier.
So
I wanted to give you fine people
Can
that
nobody
again.
tell Jared that I've been stealing his thunder on stuff that he said earlier? I would
won't tell him if
appreciate
you
that. Because range is king.
Range is life.
Yeah. Reach is life.
Life is life.
Oh, maybe we weren't at time. That's time. 6-3. That is not a high-scoring match, but that's kind of what we expected from Mark and David, who literally fight each other at 5 out of 6 Dark Watches.
And we're partners earlier in the day for tag team, so.
That was a good match, though. Yeah, Mark is the
Excellent.
first to enter the semifinals. He likes that pike. So there was a group that we used to do in Orange County. It was called the Orange County Saber Fighting, and it was just a small nothing group. But we did more like games instead of this, where like you would go in with an army or something, but it would be literal fighting. But it would be Black Knight rules where you lose an arm, you can't use that arm. You lose this arm, you can't use this arm.
Nice.
And
Tis but
Mark
a
was the
scratch.
pike. Mark was the pike guy for OCSF, so he's been using it for a long time. Just not as much in TSL.
Well, he has knocked his partner out of the running and is our first competitor into the semifinals for Exotics. And want to say hello again to everybody joining us via the live stream. Derek Johnson, Jimmy Surreal, I see you, champ. We miss you.
And we're looking forward to Sun Crusher coming up soon too, right?
Absolutely. Veterans Day in November. We got Sun Crusher happening.
Yeah.
We have so far Brian Williams, who won the Sun Crusher Strong raffle, is gonna come down free of charge, and then we've got David Laudenschlager, who's confirmed, and actually here at TSL 3, Jason Newing called out one of our own, Eamon Abdu, for a rematch. So We feel
Did Eamon
like
beat him, right?
no, it was very, very close, but Eamon had actually fought in the Florida Cup earlier in the day, and so Newing eked it out, and Eamon has been itching for a fresh rematch ever since.
Eamon came out to SoCal and fought out in SoCal. It was a really good fight to watch. I think it was him and Ruth, and they both fought really well. Ruth took the win. Eamon, I think,
fought
lost
EJ.
by, Ewok,
he fought Ewok.
I mean, it must have been a 1 point. I called it. I should know.
That's enough. Where is Ewok? Is he
He'll
here?
be here tomorrow.
Okay, all
He
right.
had a new job, so.
Oh, well, congratulations to Ewok EJ Travada. We'll see him here tomorrow in Standard.
Yeah, and that Standard is going to be crazy. The reason why we are subbing each other out for this is so that me and Thor can call that insane tournament tomorrow.
Oh, it's going to be amazing. We have never, CombatCon even, our kind hosts have never sold out a tournament this large. So this is a first for everybody. TSL and CombatCon together.
It shows what United Through Sabers means.
Absolutely.
Like coming out and meeting the people. I mean, that's kind of what this is all about, The fighting is great, but being able to see everybody that we talk to all year in the groups, it's kind of what makes it memorable.
100%.
Nobody's going to remember who won and lost, except for the top guys.
Right.
3 years from now, but you'll remember the people you met.
Well, once again, hey to everybody on the live stream. I see our fabulous Florida constants. You guys have been watching all day. Thank you so much for hanging in.
I'd like
Kat,
to take a shout out to Derek of Arizona as well, who I spar with. He's been watching all day.
Kat and Janet and Josh Grabinski, some of our
Josh been walking
fabulous Kyber Knights
There's
with
Charlie
us in spirit.
in for the first point.
Who is Charlie fighting right now?
Oh, who is that? That is Frenton.
Frenton. Dustin Frenton?
Yes.
Okay. I don't know his charter.
I don't either. Wait, was he one of the Arkansas guys?
Dustin Frenton?
No, he wasn't.
I don't think so. But going up against one of the owners, Charlie Cummings, very natural with a pike in his hand, been doing this a long time.
Charlie was talking, he was just like, someday I won't be able to spar like I used to, and all I'm going to do is announce. And I said, Charlie, I don't think that day's coming anytime soon.
Not in a lot.
You're too darn good at this.
He and I will be on walkers, like creaking out to the middle of the ring to whack at each other.
Oh, look at that.
Hey. He'll be there a lot sooner than me. Just putting that out
You're
there.
right. You're not quite there yet. That was really awesome of Charlie to remove his blade from the equation and then just to slice it in.
Indeed. He's up by 2 at this moment, 2-1, but first simultaneous of the match, so holding a 1 point lead right now, Charlie is. Over in our other ring, you guys can't see it, but Jesse Gill is fighting Tony Zaldua. And
Jesse has been doing really well with just standard.
He has. You don't see it very often that somebody just brings a standard single saber into exotics and does decently, but he is doing all right. Charlie with a long reach to the leg to put it up to 4-1.
Charlie stepped away from the strike before it could hit his head as well.
Absolutely.
So not only did he get the strike, what do we all strive for? To not get hit.
The charging turtle, true to his name right there, but also has some pretty decent wheels in reverse when he needs to evade a strike. Just not once he gets. They call him the charging turtle, but I feel like he's more juggernaut. Like once he gets started, he's just not going to stop. You'll run into his saber, he'll run into yours, but one way or another, he's coming through.
And we are 1-5 now, so Charlie is showing his stuff here today when it comes to the pike. One thing he told me today while we were coming back from lunch is that he just wanted to win that darn match earlier. And so I think this is his way of saying, I'm just going to keep going.
He wanted to win the what now?
Against Mark.
Ah, got it.
He wanted to win that match earlier.
Well, he is going to get his chance if he keeps this up to go into the semifinals against Mark Carrico.
And that'll be a good match.
The light reach into Dustin Frenton's arms. They're going to break for blue. Oh, simultaneous. The judge saw something we did not.
Still 2-5. Charlie has a 3-point lead. Oh, right over the top.
The long reach to the head.
That was Dustin with the long reach,
5-3 currently.
He's taking a different stance now from the side, which Charlie was just closer. And, and when you go to the side, you have to swing it around much quicker, right?
Indeed.
Because you're further away.
1 minute left in this fight. Guys,
Charlie
this
just
is...
knows to take advantage of things,
It is
That's what he's
8:15 in the evening here in Las Vegas time, and we have been going since 9 o'clock this morning, so we're coming up just about on 12 hours of almost
Okay,
continuous
Charlie just
fighting.
taking advantage. I mean, he's been fighting all day. He's been geared up all day. He's only, over 50, and he's still going. I mean, that's a testament to the strength of that fighting will.
Absolutely. Holding an 8-4 lead currently, but Dustin trying desperately to fight his way back. Took a nice face shot to Charlie there. But Charlie looking to close it out.
Oh, I think
Not
that
in
he
danger.
did come from underneath.
He did.
Red. I said yellow. Where did yellow? I'm not even sure.
That's a point for fuchsia, Dale.
You can't even put those colors together.
I'm looking. And that's match for Periwinkle.
Yes.
One left for
At least we can joke
Charlie.
about stupidity.
That closes it out for Charlie. He takes the 10-5
Just a
over
real
Dustin
strong
Frenton.
Real strong showing.
Charlie moving into the semifinals.
You know he's feeling good about that.
Absolutely. It's
There's
never
Jesse
really in
over
question
here.
with Charlie and his pike.
Jesse getting around the pike. Oh, but then the pike goes for the leg.
Yep. One of these days, we're going to have enough donated technology and volunteers to run multiple live streams at the same time for our TSL fans that can't make it out here. But
we're missing a lot of good fights, but we get what we can.
Absolutely. And as we get to the matches that matter more into the
We start
quarterfinals,
pushing.
and we'll put them all in front of you guys. So.
I think Jesse right now is kind of just running into the fact that he's a standard Saber against a pike.
Absolutely. Livestream's asking that you move a little closer to the mic. I
Oh,
think
my
they're having trouble
apologies.
hearing you. But that's
Usually
probably
I'm
'cause
loud, but I'm losing my voice as the days go on.
Well,
so
I'm pretty much licking mine, so
Yes, that's
by
true.
comparison.
They probably turned it down because of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. If I can make it weird on the live stream, I will endeavor to do so.
I did watch Gerard try to lick the mic earlier. No, not at all. I'm making that up.
No, it
But they
happened.
know that by now.
Oh,
They've
yeah.
listened to me all day. They know I'm making that up. You got to love the tag team champion over there. Still wearing the belt. He's loving it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
He wore it to lunch.
Oh.
Walking down the strip with his tag team championship on. It was great.
That is fabulous. And it's Las Vegas, so that got no unusual looks at all.
No.
The kind of stuff, those watching at home, if you've never been to Las Vegas before, the kind of things that you see here that are normal nowhere else on the planet.
Yeah. He
the-
goes for a...
Jesse Gill with his patented flying squirrel across the ring, but
I don't think it got him the point.
It did not get him the point. Tony
I've said it
Zaldua.
multiple times. It is his biggest weapon and his and the thing that gets him in the most trouble as well.
Indeed. It's a big risk, but sometimes it pays off. All right, so we've got Nate Hill lining up against
This is
looks like Jason Hayden.
I was talking to Hayden about what his plan was for this fight, and he said poke him.
Yeah.
Said,
That's
"Good plan."
everyone's plan for every fight, Dale.
True. But I did get some insight. That's how he feels.
So we've got Jason in the leather armor
Oh,
with
look at
the
that. There
red
you go.
pike, but he is scoring for blue in this round. Nate Hill is wearing purple. He is dual saber, and he's scoring for red this round, and is currently 2-0 in favor of blue. So Jason Hayden with the long reach.
See, what happened with the last person who fought him with pike is they actually charged him, which Hill was waiting for that. And what I say is, if you get enough points on Hill and you just wait for him to come in, you got a pike, just stab him.
Indeed, indeed.
But he is pushing him to the corner. He's just not charging, which is good.
Right. It means he's not taking the bait.
There it is. Yeah, he's just...
So Jason Hayden
Hayden's-
batters Nate's defensive saber out of the way to make it
4-0.
4-0, it looks like.
And I think what we're showing here is the fact that while you can get this far, when somebody trains with a pike, it's just almost impossible to beat unless you have another pike and you've trained with it.
It's true. The pike doesn't require a lot of skill to get proficient at, but if you actually put some effort into it, you're nearly unbeatable with that reach.
Yeah. You know, me and Mark have talked about that in the past, where it's like you can put just as much training into any other option as you can to a pike, but anybody who's going to put that same amount of training into that pike is pretty much got an advantage of you.
Indeed.
And it's reach.
Indeed.
As us tall guys know, you know, the reach is life, as you would say.
Nate
I'm using
looking
that for now on.
Nate looking kind of frustrated with his inability to get in. I think he
can't
had
get
other
frustrated.
plans for this
Hayden's
fight.
new.
This is
Well,
Arkansas's
new to
first showing.
Yeah.
They came pretty stout. I think they brought 3 to 4 people,
Yeah,
but
you're 1 to 5, 4-point deficit. Hayden's up.
but we're impressed with the Arkansas charter. Then again, Jason Hayden has been in the Saber scene for a long time.
Yeah, he makes amazing armor as well.
and his leather work is on point.
He's wearing it.
Mm-hmm. He's wearing it. Jesse Gill is wearing it. Eric Rimbliss is wearing it. His son is wearing it. Reuben Gay, I believe, is his son's name.
Yes. And then the other person they have with them, Nero, is wearing it. So it's great to actually see him out here competing with, you know,
Indeed.
the amount of people that are wearing his armor. To see him out here,
All right, we're having a gear difficulty.
but it is 1 to 8.
Nate's leg armor is slipping down on him, so I'm gonna try and get that tied
He's
back
feeling
up.
frustrated. You can see just with the slamming on the ground, and that plays into the loss as well. You know, at times when you do get frustrated, we've seen it.
Absolutely.
We saw it with Mark earlier.
That's like
how
what
the
we-
frustration can get to you.
Yeah, we said it earlier. It's like you can only be brave when you're scared, and
Yeah.
you can only really have sportsmanship when you're frustrated and
When
upset.
you're pushed to
Absolutely,
that point.
absolutely. Anybody can be honorable and have sportsmanship when they're winning.
Yeah.
Nate has dropped his saber as if he
Don't
doesn't.
know if that was the right choice.
I'm not sure. Yeah, you don't see that a lot.
Blue. I think that was out of frustration.
Yep. But that's
But you
all
know
right.
what?
He
He put a
gives
great
the
showing of
respect
this.
to his opponent.
He took out pikes leading up to this point.
He
It's
did.
just sometimes when someone has your number,
Yeah.
when somebody's watched your matches, and they just know what it's going to take to get to that point, get to that win,
Yep.
they can just do it, and there's not much you can do
It's
about it.
happened to me. It's
Yeah.
happened to me.
Good. Oh yeah. That's good. We can take our turns with Gerard. He's a part of the
Next
personal
fighter is for
announcement.
ring 1, going to be Jason Newing.
So-
Oh yeah, the Newing fight. I'm back for that.
You do that, huh?
I'm back for that.
I got my Mark fight.
Well, we'll get
Tip. Do you know you lost a tip yet?
So what you cannot see, dear viewers, is in the other ring we have Christian Kanapu, who is Ka'anapu. That sounds. He makes it sound Hawaiian. Who is up against Jay Madden, and they're both dual wielding against each other. It's a pretty impressive match that's happening right here. I believe you. I believe you.
Yeah, J-Man versus Christian in ring 2 is a really good match.
Who do you know? I can't see the score from here.
5-3, so Jay's up right now.
You don't see a lot of dual wielders get quite all the way to the semifinals very often, so it's going to be interesting to see as they move forward how they can do whichever of them it is that moves forward, how well they can do against a pike.
Can Jason move on to the semifinals here in ring 1 versus Tony Lucian from Minnesota? We are about to find out.
This is I don't have these fought before. Have Jason Newing and
They
and
have
Tony
sparred.
Lucian fought before?
I interviewed both of them during the break, and they said they had sparred before, but this will be their first official match in any capacity, Champion Series, tournament, or other.
Yeah.
I don't know what other is. I just wanted to throw that in there and say or other.
So Tony.
Saber backyard brawls. I don't know. Unsanctioned matches. All right.
Tony in the blue armor, dual wielding, and
Go Power
Jason
Ranger.
Newing in the black and gray with the green pike. Jason's fighting for red though, so points called for red will go to Jason Newing.
Jason's our red fighter. Tony our blue
And
fighter.
jumps out early with a tap to the shins. So 1-0 red for Jason Newing at this moment.
I like Tony. Tony's a good dude, good fighter. But Jason Newing looks like he's in beast mode.
Very
2 straight points.
indeed. When Newing gets in the zone, he can be a formidable opponent. But Tony has a lot of energy, and he's a very energetic. You can see he's a very expressive fighter.
Well, and he's been around here for a long time. You know, he's
Indeed.
been fighting for 3 years plus.
So Newing disarms Tony.
3 straight points by Jason now.
Unanswered, 3-0 for red. In the other ring, it sounds like Jay Madden has moved forward over Christian Canapu to stand by.
All right. All right,
Yep.
Jay Madden's in the semifinals. I would like to see Newing versus Madden in the semifinals. That would be good. Actually,
That'd be
you know what?
amazing.
They couldn't match up. They would have to go to. They would have to go to the finals.
Okay. So Newing faking high and taking another shot to the shins for 5 unanswered points, and it's not looking great for the dual wielder Tony Lucian.
No, let me correct that. They will face each other. You know what? I might be off around. We might be moving into the quarterfinals next.
Excellent. We'll go
This is
take a look at the
Newing.
bracket in just a moment.
Yeah. Newing
Terry
versus Lucian.
visibly enjoying his time in the ring. He doesn't get a lot of chance to direct. He's normally administrating events. He's obviously one of our owners, and normally behind the scenes doing a lot of work to make sure it all runs smoothly. But he does like to get in and mix it up. And
El Jefe likes directing too.
indeed.
There was an exchange earlier that just gave him the biggest smile.
Mm-hmm.
It was in one of the first round matches in this. Reds up 7-0.
Yeah, this one's all but wrapped up at this point.
Yeah. Yep. Good.
Looks like Jason Newing's going to move forward.
Good effort. Way to keep us cool too. Being down 7-0 is not fun.
Indeed. Dale and I.
But not getting them. Not reacting in a negative way is it takes a lot of character. Reds up 8-0 at this point. I told you I feel like Jason's on a tear here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we got Chris Besserell going up against Gerard St. Germain in the ring number 2. This is going to be a good match.
I wish we had that on the live stream, guys, because this is going to be a good one.
Newing Lucian 9-0.
Is anybody besides Chris
Match
Besserell
point.
rocking a staff in this exotics this year?
Besserell's got a staff. I think he's the furthest one to still have a staff.
I might not have spent enough time in the room, but I
No,
don't.
Jimmy, you got it wrong. Reach isn't
recall.
king. Reach is life. Were you not here earlier for the live stream?
Reach his life.
It's Reach is life. Not
Florida
Reach
is
king.
so tired of hearing me say that.
All right, Jason Newing closes it out 10-0, clean sweep. He moves on to now what I know to be the quarterfinals, not the semis. Chris Besserell. I can't see. They're blocking the thing now. All right, so in our ring, we're going to be moving to... Yeah, let's go. Let's keep moving. No, I think this is the quarters now. No, we're moving into the quarters. That's the quarters. And then the semifinals will be when there's 2. That was my bad. I said that earlier too, that we were going into the quarters this round and it's next round. So we're dropping down to one. Are we dropping down to one ring now? Hey Terry, are we dropping down to one ring for the next 2 rounds? Quarterfinals, yep. Okay.
Terry, it's 8:25. Speed is a factor.
Let's keep 2 rings. Yeah, keep
It's
2 rings. It's 8:25.
Speed is a factor.
What?
The time is currently 8:25.
Yeah, I agree. 2 rings is
All right,
Okay,
keep
yeah.
going on 2 rings. At least till the semis and the finals, right?
Yeah, I need to get some water.
Fresh out.
Hey, Clint.
Can someone get Terry some water, please? All right, we're going to keep moving with 2 rings because we are crunched for time. We're supposed to be done in about 30 minutes, and we still have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 matches to get through.
Indeed.
So, actually, no, we're supposed to be done in an hour, 30 minutes by 10, right?
I was under the impression that we closed it out at 9 tonight. So.
Well, no, because look at this one says 9, but that's like the whole hour, right? It's 8 to 9,
Okay.
9 to 10. This one ends at 9, I thought, right?
I don't run anything. I'm just here to
Oh,
boot
Jared,
people in
you're
the
higher
face.
up on the food chain than you lead on. I'll find Director Aaron and ask him. Director Ryla, give me the straight shooting and stuff.
Indeed.
Melody, what's the score? What's the score over there?
So currently, Gerard St. Germain,
Gerard's up 5-2.
you guys can't see it, or is leading Chris Bestrel.
All
5-2.
So we're on a temporary, not hold, but kind of a hold.
Yeah, this is the last until we move into the quarterfinals. So they're letting this fight finish up before they pack the next 2 rings. Terry, the live stream would like to know if
Are
you're
you
directing
using
with a Vader's Vault Revan.
Yeah, is that a VV Revan? Yes, it is.
The new Crystal Focus 10.
Crystal Focus 10.
So Jimmy
heard it here
Goodeye, that is a Crystal Focus 10 Vader's Vault Revan that he is directing with.
Good eye,
well
Jimmy.
done, sir.
Good eye, champ. Yeah, we haven't seen Chris in the exotics, and he is down right now, so we might not get a chance to see Spider-Man in action on the live stream. I do apologize, but sometimes that's just how things fall.
You know, he had a really, I think he made it into the quarterfinals last time with the staff, and that was the first time a staff had ever gone quite that high. And I'm surprised. I expected to see a lot more staff in this year's exotics based on his success last year, but
All
I
right.
can't think of anybody else
Mark
that's been
Carrico,
staffing.
David Ortiz are getting ready in our main ring, ring 1.
There's been a few cross guards and several dual wielding this year, but
We need
not
line
very
jump.
much staff at all. So
All right, so we got more Pike on Pike. Mark Carrico, who's on a tear today, going up against David Ortiz, the Panda. All
you
right,
know,
here we
if
go.
today has been any indicator of anything at all, Thor, I think, and yesterday as well, I think it is that it really doesn't matter who you are. Men, women, young, old, anybody has a fabulous chance of success here at
Yeah.
TSL if they
Yeah.
just put the work in, and put the practice in, and not be afraid to work their style. We've had our women's bracket just showed out, our over 50s bracket just showed out, and people are still going strong. We're coming up on 12 hours of saber fighting
Yeah,
today.
we've been going since 9 o'clock this morning, maybe a little after 9 o'clock this morning. But, yeah, we're underway now, 0-0. Mark Carrico, the red fighter. David Ortiz, the blue fighter. The Panda.
So Mark Carrico using an unorthodox pike
Yes.
with both hands together.
We have been talking about that this whole exotics tournament. he is the only one who can pull off holding the saber that low down with both hands and have any control behind those thrusts.
You know, the man's forearms ought to be the size of his neck, because the way that he can, handle length on a saber and the leverage that it requires to get back online when knocked out of the way is unparalleled in TSL that I've seen.
It really is. It really is. He deserves his ranking.
So,
highly ranked competitor.
In the other ring that you guys can't see, Gerard St. Germain has triumphed over Chris Besserell. So
Gerard St. Germain's been on a tear.
He will be moving forward to the semifinals, and that ends the staff in exotics so far as.
Are we down to just pikes now?
Jay Madden's a dual wielder. He's still in.
Oh yeah, he's still in. Okay, we got one dual wielder still alive. So I think we get Jay Madden versus Jason Newing now.
Oh, that will be hot. Prepare your pants, live stream watchers, because that's going to be an excellent match to enjoy.
Oh no, we're gonna get Newing versus Gerard St. Germain. Sorry, I misspoke. Yeah, it'll be Newing versus Gerard St. Germain. It's a 4-1 in favor of Mark Carrico on ring 1 right now. All right, Charlie Cummings and Tony Zaluda fighting in round. In the quarterfinals.
So 5-1 currently for Mark Carrico against David Ortiz.
Both SoCal.
Yeah. This is David Ortiz's first, is it not?
First tournament that I know of, yes. No. He wasn't at last year's TSL 3. He's a SoCal, so I think he's fought at some of their events and stuff like that. But yeah, this is
I want to take a poll at some point, Thor, about who has made the 4-for-4 TSL tournaments. I know me.
It's a short list right now.
Yeah, me and Charlie and Terry and Aaron Riley are 4 that I know of for sure. But I'm not 100% sure. I think Tom Badillo has made all 4.
Tom Badillo, yeah.
I'm trying to think of who else. I don't remember if Tom Badillo was at TSL 2, which was held in Minnesota.
Yep.
I don't remember if I saw him there.
But you remember seeing him in Kansas City at TSL 1?
He was.
See, that's the one I didn't make, was Kansas City.
Tom Badillo, in my debut fight, I got rocked in the head by Robert Tigueros so hard that it dented my mask. And Tom Badillo was the director, and he stopped the fight, and he checked me for a concussion. And yeah, so I have a very clear memory of Tom Badillo.
Oh, yeah. And no concussion if you have a clear memory that good.
Yes, absolutely.
All right. A little gear adjustment here. Mark Carrico handily in the lead, 7-1. We've had a couple blowouts this round, actually.
Yep.
1 minute remaining.
Jason going 10-0 against his last opponent.
That was, we say in championship series, especially when there's an audience, and in Florida we harp on this. You don't pound coffin nails. If you go 10-0 in a championship series match, you are doing something wrong. But that's in part because it's for an audience. Here at annual tournament, that's not only acceptable; it's actually kind of a
well. You only have one. You only
feat.
have one round.
Yeah,
you only
exactly.
have the one round. You can't lay off.
Exactly. So
you play to win the game, right?
This one and championship series is for audience, and it's for press releases, and it's for public relations. But annual tournament is for the fighters. This is where this is boots on the ground. Skill against skill. So. You see a lot more of that here than you do anywhere else at things like Sun Crusher, Awakening,
Crossroads, Dark Watch. Yep,
right.
Definitely, most definitely. We got a hold call, 8-3, or 7-3, excuse me. 7-3. Now it's 8-3. See, I was just a hair too late on that one. A hair too early. Haha.
So David Ortiz trying to work his way back up, fighting against the uphill battle to get in on Carrico. Right now it's 8-4, but it looks like they're assigning one more point to Carrico based on that tap to the elbow.
9-4, match point.
Over in the other ring, we have Charlie Cummings versus Tony Zaldua.
Zaldua. I keep saying Zaluda.
It could be. You know what?
I'm sure we're both wrong.
Yeah.
Mark Carrico closes out David Ortiz. Moves on. Oh, bless you. We just had a sneeze from one of the judges. Two 2-0 in favor of Charlie. What? Sure. All right. Are you good with that? Yeah. Yeah. So what they're going to do is they're going to stop it, and then they're going to do both the last two fights simultaneously. Okay. For the end of this round? Okay. So it looks like we're going to get Jason Newman back on the live stream again. We're just going to wait for Tony Zaluda and Charlie Cummings to finish, and then we'll have both the last two matches of this round go on simultaneously. All right. It's been a long day. Tomorrow will be a shorter day. The standard tournament, 80 participants.
Yeah, I can't imagine. I have not seen or participated in a pools tournament, and those people who have, Aaron Riley, this is his jam.
It's gonna be pools, but then it's gonna move to regular brackets. So it's gonna be kind of a hybrid of tournaments. So it'll be 3-man pools in the opening round.
Well, the pools will be between 4 and 5.
4 and
so
5 people
if we have all 80 folks that signed up show up in the pools, then all the pools will have 5 fighters, and so that will mean 4 fights.
4 fights per.
Yeah, exactly. Each fighter pool will fight every other fighter in their pool, so that's a total of 4 fights per fighter.
Yep.
And if you go, I did the math on this. I did some poolculus, Thor.
Poolculus?
Yeah, and figured out that if any fighter in their pool goes 4-0 undefeated, they automatically move on. But if they go 3-1, there's the potential for 2 other fighters to match them at 3-1.
So is it like 1 point for a win or 2 points for a win?
Well, what'll happen is first they calculate
system in the pools?
First they calculate the wins,
okay.
And if you're tied up on win-loss ratio, then they calculate how many points you earned, and whoever came out with the most points. No, not differential. Total points scored on all of your opponents together.
Right.
So, and then after that, if there's still a tie, it will be the least amount of points given up in your fights.
Interesting.
Right?
Interesting.
So,
okay.
Yeah.
So we're just waiting on Charlie and so we're waiting on Tony and Charlie to finish. Don't know what the score is over there. All right. Not sure what the score is over there with Tony and Charlie, but tomorrow the standard tournament's supposed to get underway at noon Vegas time. So hopefully we'll start right around then, and it will go till about 8 or 9 p.m.
So it's 1 o'clock Pacific.
Yep.
Also, they don't do daylight savings time here, do they? So
I have no idea. So Central Time Zone, that would be 2 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. So besides Jay Madden, it's all Pikes left.
Indeed. And we'll see how well Dr. Doom can do against
his
these
next
long
opponent.
reach.
Yeah.
You want to root for the underdog, and it's with the domination of Pike and exotics, you
Who
just want to
takes
root
the match? Charlie Cummings moving on to the quarterfinals. All right, so now we're gonna have. You want to call Newing and his opponent to the ring? He's going up against Gerard St. Germain.
So I think as Ruth passed in front of us, she may have tripped on a extension cord, and we'll take those cool points from her momentarily.
Oh, actually, I'm gonna go turn the ring on over there real quick.
All right, do it to it. We'll be here. I will keep our live streamers company. So while nobody else is around, I can tell you that you're supposed to maintain a disconnect. You're supposed to maintain impartiality, but I don't. I like rooting for the underdog, and I like rooting for the unconventional, and I really want somebody who does not pike to win exotics for once ever. So just between you and me, live stream, internet, I'm very much on J Madden's side. So as anyone else comes and sits down with me on the live stream, we're going to pretend we didn't say that. I will thank you not to make any revealing comments on the YouTube channel to make my position known. We want to welcome Dale back to the live stream. Nothing's been happening and nobody's been talking about anything.
No. I did notice you were speaking sweet nothings into the ears of the people.
We established earlier I like to lick the mic from time to time.
I tell you what, I'm going to be licking the dinner plate clean tonight.
Oh man, it is so past dinner time at this point, it's not even funny.
So what's going to happen now is they're going to push the last two quarterfinal fights through.
No, actually, we're moving to the quarterfinals next. This is round 3.
No, semifinals is next.
So we have Jay Madden versus Jason Hayden in the ring you cannot see. So hoping that Jay and his dual wield can last against the Arkansas Pike.
The last of his kind in this match.
The last of his kind.
Oh, he came in.
Here we go. Pike on Pike.
Yep.
Gerard St. James. St. Germain versus Jason Newing.
Gerard cannot have much left in him.
This is Gerard's 12th match.
You would be surprised, Dale. He came hard against Chris Bescherel and the Pike.
Yes.
So he's still got a lot of mobility.
Burst in.
And 50 plus. Fought in the tag team.
And jumps out and takes the face shot against Newing to be the first on the board. Gerard St. Germain fighting for blue. Jason fighting for red.
This is Gerard's life. He does teach. And he's getting ready to go hard on a bunch of new ventures too with Sabers.
It's coast versus coast. Gerard from California and Jason from Maryland.
These look like Jason. Red Point go and bring it 2-1 in favor of Jason.
Is Maryland on the coast? Do they have a beach? I can't recall if they're landlocked
close.
or not.
They're close enough.
There's probably a. Looking for any.
Oh, blue ties it up at 2.
2 up.
You want to finish this out?
If you got something to do, I can.
I don't really.
Jason pushes him aside, comes in, attacks his shoulder of blue. So red takes the point 3-2. Gerard taking it right back to him. But red does come down on the arm for 4-2, bring the deficit to 2 in favor of Jason.
Gerard trying desperately to prove Thor wrong and show just how much he has left. But
There's
5-2 for Newing at this moment from Gerard St.
It's hard to come back, but it's not impossible. 3 points is nothing, really.
I've seen much bigger comebacks.
Your partner today had a killer comeback, if we want to remind them of Spider-Man's amazingness. 4 points in a row.
Yep. In one of the tag team matches.
We're going with the Simo, keeping it at 5-2.
Little head fake
Yeah,
from
he's-
Jason Newing.
Oh, you want to come in? Oh, then
With
right
the-
in.
Oh, yeah. Right to the shoulder.
He's doing what he does best.
You know, there's a few folks who can be gentle with a pike. And Jason Newing, and Tanner Martin, in fact, are two of them, actually.
Tanner was taken out early.
You know what?
Round one.
Tanner gave he called honor. He had an honor call that was not seen by the judges for the last. He had tied, and it was the last point of the match, and he gave the honor call and gave it to his opponent. That's
It's easy to honor call when you're up by 3 points. When you know it's the loss and you want to keep going, not easy.
Yeah, that deserves some recognition on Tanner Martin's part. So he's doing Ohio proud for sure.
Not to say honor calls are not ever that important,
Right.
but that's a hard call to make.
It is. A little discussion with Gerard St. Germain. I say his name fancy. Gerard.
It makes you feel good when you say his name. You know?
Dale is desperate to make me curse on this live
It
stream.
takes you back to a different time. Of
The
your
amount
life.
of restraint I am showing here is nothing short of legendary.
I can see it. His face is getting mighty red.
It's hot in here, Dale.
Yes, you're right.
7-3, we got a stoppage.
So they're calling for so I think that's Charlie over there said not Charlie, I can't remember his name. No, in the corner. Carl is saying, I think he's saying that he saw a neck strike, but Terry's saying, no, I didn't see that. So it's 7-3. Red is up.
Newing with a 4-point advantage.
So off in the ring,
There it
you
is.
cannot see.
Knocks
It looks like
Gerard's pike away and slams down. Oh, blue takes the point. So I guess at the knock, he probably came across the top of Jason's arm.
off in the ring. You cannot see. It looks like it is 7-3 for Jason Hayden and the Arkansas Pike against
I love
against
that.
Jay
The
Madden.
Arkansas Pike.
Yeah.
I like that.
Against
Was
Jay
good.
Madden and his dual wield. So
I think we got a
Jay's
place
trying
for
to
him up
fight his way back, but it's an uphill battle.
You just said.
Arkansas is taking as a
5-8.
mascot.
Gerard doesn't have quit in him. Bringing it back into a 3-point match.
Looks like
Oh, watch Jason just stepping back. That was beautiful.
Jason is a mobile man for being as tall as he is. I wish I could be that agile.
Right.
He also weighs like 17 pounds soaking wet.
Right.
So
Who won that match?
But I love how he stepped off
Melody,
the
who won
line
that match?
as he didn't just
Who won?
1 minute.
Hayden.
Arkansas won again.
Yep.
Took down Jay Madden. Wow. All right.
so
There it is, 9-6.
9-6 match point, and exotics will be
Red.
finished. Pike
Jason
on
goes in,
pike all
slaps
day.
it away, goes for the strike. Just slapped Gerard's pike away and just slammed into his arm.
The official term for that is the parry counter, but
parry
in
counter.
Florida we call that something very different.
You can't say it on.
I can't.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah. We call it the I can't. Come to Florida for a Sun Crusher, and we will teach you what we call a parry counter.
There it is. You have been invited to Sun Crusher. Going into the last couple matches, only a few fighters left.
Jared's going to step out. I'll hop in for the last matches. Me and Dale will finish it out.
We got
It's been my
SoCal,
pleasure to
we
be
got
with you on the
Arkansas.
live stream. We will we'll see you tomorrow, guys.
Standards.
Huge 80-man tournament sold out.
Technically the last
Watch-
day of TSL.
From what I understand, watch parties all over the country tomorrow. We have people that have literally been watching.
Since this
The
morning.
start.
Like it's the 12 hours that we've been here.
Thank you,
Kat,
by the way.
Kat, Janet, Huge shout out to Josh out in Florida. Man, you guys have been here all day. I love all y'all. Thank you so much.
Massive amount of respect.
No, we're moving. Time's an issue. Oh, okay. I thought you were asking me. Yeah. If Jason needs a breather,
I think sometimes Thor needs to realize they're not speaking to him.
Not everything revolves around me?
No.
Get the hell out of here. Mr. Dennis Burke joining us. Standards? No, I wouldn't assume so. No.
So that's why they call it a rumor.
I don't think it'll be posted till tomorrow morning.
Yeah, they'll be writing it out.
Oh, yeah.
Dennis,
I got it right this time.
Dennis is people, man.
I'm pretty sure I messed it up in the 50-plus tournament.
I think we beat up that wall over there.
Yeah, we did beat up
Somebody
that wall.
Somebody ran directly into a wall.
Fire thing. Oh, I hope no one from CombatCon's listening. All right. We got some matches left to go.
We'll buff it out
Charlie
if you are.
and Mark Carrico are about to go after it.
This is a good fight.
This is going to be a very good fight.
Charlie
wants
versus
some get
Mark.
back from that loss in the tag match.
Did you see
wants
Charlie's
get back.
face
Of course
as
I
he
saw
was
Charlie's
walking
face.
off?
Yeah, of course I saw Charlie's face.
I've never seen Charlie look like. Going in the elevator earlier, I go, man, I've never seen Charlie. Charlie, I've never seen you look like that.
Oh, Derek, you two on and off all day. We appreciate everybody.
Yeah, Derek.
Anthony from Virginia, you've been on it. Everybody in the live chat, being active, sharing, commenting, that honestly means a lot to us.
Shout out to the guys in Lake Havasu who are thinking about doing watch party tomorrow.
Okay, so we're getting Charlie and Mark in ring 1. It looks like Newing is going to be fighting Jason. Why is my brain just
Shout out to Skylar, Brandon, Diego, Derek,
Jason, Hayden,
all the
out
other
of Arkansas.
people.
Jason Hayden. Jeez.
Alec, out in Lake Havasu.
Here we go. Mark Carrico, Charlie Cummings. This is the semifinals, I believe. I do believe.
Here we go. This is Mark Carrico versus Charlie Cumming. Owner versus getting owned during tag team.
Yeah, this is the semifinal. So I was right. That was the quarterfinals we were in.
That's what I said.
I'm so confused. Who's still left in this tournament?
Look at the difference between one has the shorter blade but longer pike hilt. The other one has the shorter hilt but longer blade. Still 0-0. Oh, Charlie in the charging turtle.
Blue gets
the first point.
1-0.
And he charged in on that.
He did.
The snapping turtle.
The snapping turtle. No longer charging.
Well, no, I mean.
This guy is snapping. He isn't, though.
Look at him just knocking away.
I was saying that yesterday. Charlie's not really the charging turtle he once was.
No.
He's adapted, and he's a lot more patient now instead of just running straight ahead.
When you turn 80, you got to tone it down a bit.
Oh. He didn't compete in the 50-plus yesterday.
Yeah, you're right. Oh, look at him just coming right.
Wait, isn't Gerard St. Germain still in this?
No.
Or did he just get
He
taken
just
out?
lost.
He just lost
by
to Jason. That's right. All right.
Yeah.
So we do only these are it.
Me and Jared were calling that, so I can understand why you wouldn't know it.
So Jason Hayden's wife is watching the live stream.
Aw.
And as we mentioned, Jason Hayden, she is very specific that she wants everyone to know he's only been sabering for 5 months.
5 months.
It is vitally important to Mistress Hayden that everyone realize that her
and look at him in here.
In the quarterfinals.
Just killing it.
Semifinals.
We've actually mentioned that throughout the day about how new he is. Yeah. His son did amazing as well earlier in the tag team and in, I don't know if he did exotics, but definitely in tag team.
Carrico's on top, 3-2 now.
3-2. Carrico's bringing it back. No more talking about Hayden.
Going back to the
action. There's Charlie.
Charlie.
He snapped and then charged. Yeah, 4-2.
Red got it. 4-2 now. Still early.
So what Mark is doing is kind of just waiting, just playing that waiting game.
Who can be more
Letting Charlie
who
come
can
in.
Be more patient. He's letting him just run into it, isn't he? Split decision. So blue
4
gets that
to
one.
3.
4-3.
Only a point deficit
Okay.
for Charlie here.
Okay.
That's nothing. You can come back. Look at them. They're just eyeing each other out now.
They are. It's who can be more patient.
Yep.
This is a match of patience. Not a match of strength.
Oh, right from underneath. Charlie knows. You can see the walk, man.
Yep.
The walk.
Red gets the point. 5-3.
5-3. 2-point deficit. Still nothing when it comes to Charlie. Charlie scored 2 points in 10 seconds in the beginning of this match.
We got Jason Newing and Jason.
Oh yeah.
Going on next to us, and that's
The
tied
Jays.
up at 1.
So blue takes the lead on the other one. So
Yeah, it's
Jason
early
Hayden
2-1 there.
1-2, but very early, like you mentioned.
Mark up 2 over here. 5-3.
5-3 with 30 seconds.
seconds remaining.
Looks like Mark came underneath Charlie, tagged his
Terry
elbow.
got that point, Charlie gets that point.
Oh,
it looks
Charlie
like.
gets the point. Yep,
Oh no,
That's
Red
what I
gets
saw.
the point. 6-3.
I've learned early on that not to question myself against Thor, but sometimes I do.
like to be wrong a lot.
No, you're such a
So.
good announcer. Are you kidding me?
Blue needs this point. All right, blue gets it 6-4. We have to be
6.
closing in.
4.
Time has to be coming
2-point
up here.
deficit with 18 seconds left. Charlie comes in.
Charlie's just
but
running
who-
into that Saber.
Yeah. You know, it's
It's
hard to tell
hard.
because he's coming in from the side. So where was it? Simo.
First Simo.
6-4 with 16 seconds. Only 15 seconds left. Either Mark came down or
Jason
Charlie
up.
came up. One of them did something.
Jason's up 4-1 right now.
Which one?
Jason's up right now.
So Hayden is down 4 points.
Oh wait, they are both named Jason, aren't
Yeah.
they?
So Hayden's having trouble with the three-peat champ right now.
With the 2-time champion looking for a third in a
Two-time
row,
looking
yeah.
for the three-peat.
Looks like Carrico's going to close out.
8-4.
8-4.
Mark just
Looks
came
like Mark
back.
Carrico's going to the finals in the second tournament of the day.
I believe they've been here as well before.
Blue gets the point. 8-5.
I believe Mark versus Jason Newing is something that's gone down before in the past. I'm not 100% sure on that.
Jason Mark.
Or this is Mark's best showing in exotics to date.
Yeah, we will see. We will see. We'll find out in the break here. But
I'll go
yeah,
ahead and ask him,
Carrico.
I'll go ahead and ask him so we can get a little more information. I almost want to just.
Yeah, I do
So,
too.
Mark's in it, but we can go ahead and call you. Pretend it's the radio.
Yeah, it's the radio.
So
Jason
Newing is
5-2 advantage
5-2
over Jason.
advantage.
My
they called a
brain just stopped.
Simo now. So 5-2, 3-point deficit
Jason
on
Hayden.
Hayden.
Yep. Hayden,
But a
red,
great
Newing,
showing up against the
blue.
champ.
Oh, wonderful showing. That was a great match. Yeah, that last match.
He's
Charlie
shown
Mark,
so
that was
much
good.
fighting spirit throughout today. Just sitting there with his son, coaching his son, getting in and also doing it. I mean, he's
Jason-
been a champ all day.
Yeah, yeah,
Hayden,
yep,
yeah.
Jeff Hayden, yep.
He's done the best of his abilities
The
all
live
day.
stream's
Yeah.
enjoying a nice view of the photographers shooting
Yeah.
ring 2.
Yeah.
But we got no action in ring 1, so it doesn't matter at the present moment.
Yeah, it looks like Hayden's just going to take
The
this now.
final will take
Not
place
Hayden,
in ring 1.
Newing. Newing is, I can't see, but Newing is definitely up. Oh, Jason.
6-2.
Hayden comes in for a great smash. 6-3 at this point, right? Jason Hayden comes. Oh no, they're saying
6-2 blue.
Red
6-3
gets a
now.
point. Hayden gets another point. 6-3.
6-3, yep.
Oh, depending on who got in there first, Jason Hayden goes for the stomach. Newing attacks under the arm.
we got final exchange.
Hayden comes up from underneath, but it looks like Newing dropped it on the top
Final
of his arm.
exchange. Newing's back in the finals. The three-peat is on the doorstep for Mr. Jason Newing.
What a great match,
He
though.
just
I mean,
has to get past Mark Carrico and that long-ass pike he wields
You know what we
with
should
two
do?
hands from the back. What?
we should interview Mr. Hayden since his wife is watching. We can get
Definitely.
Mr. Hayden.
Well,
let's go ahead and do an interview.
Yeah, so 'cause we're probably going to have a minute or two. I'm going to step out, let you interview him.
Yeah, we're gonna do an interview. Your wife's watching, so we're gonna interview you.
Just a very short
Oh, my bad.
then next to me.
We
Oh, yeah,
usually
they
we
have
usually
the,
do it right afterwards.
They have the
My
30.
bad.
They have the 30-year-old, the third place match.
I forget you guys have been going all day though.
Yep. Yeah. Go take a break. He needs a rest.
He doesn't
He
want
needs
to be
rest and
interviewed,
water.
but
No
he's
interview right
he is
now.
on
No
the
interview.
screen. You can wave.
He is. You can see him live stream. Say hello. Arkansas.
Yeah.
She's watching. She wanted us to know you've only been
Only been fighting for 5 months.
5 months. Impressive. Very impressive.
Going
Great
against the
showing.
champ.
Yeah.
And he didn't take you to the. I mean, he's taken a majority of the people 2 points, and he didn't take you to points tonight.
No. Took it to
Good
time.
job.
Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you.
Good job.
I feel proud that I was able to
Arkansas is on the map.
For sure. For
try
sure.
my best. I really am.
Your
Good
tag
job.
team had a great showing earlier.
You look good out there.
Yeah.
And I saw in here.
Yeah.
Reuben.
Yeah, Reuben. I'm on
Reuben did
Killer
great.
in
Did great
in
earlier.
tag
yeah.
team.
Yeah.
Give him
And then also Nero Lynx with you
Nero,
guys.
yeah, Nero.
All great
Minus
showings. All great showings.
Cool.
His armor is awesome. Yeah, his armor is awesome. Shout out. Yeah, the
I
skull
love
on the
it.
back. There you go. There you go.
I don't know. I like the tomb up front. Oh yeah, the coffin. Yeah. Yeah. We're gonna have to
All
talk.
right, 5-minute break has been called. Yeah.
Have a good one.
Go take a rest before
Yeah,
your third
go
place
sit
event.
down.
You got to go against Charlie, so it's gonna be yeah, you got your hands full, that's for sure. Yeah, have a good one. Carrico and Newing. Who you
So
got?
good to see.
Who you got and why? Put you on the spot here.
You know me.
I know you're gonna
I
take
train.
Mark.
No, I train with Mark, but I just think there's a reason why he's here.
Why
3 times in a
Jason's here?
row, Jason.
Well, and you're right. I asked him. We had an interview while you were away.
Yeah.
And I asked him what did he prefer. Would he prefer winning the standard tournament or
yeah.
the three-peat? And he said three-peat.
I think I had a feeling.
Yep.
This means a lot to him.
It does.
He could have done.
does.
He could have. Well, he actually was going to be somebody else's. I think he was going to be David's partner.
He was going to tag with someone and dropped out.
and
to
dropped
let
out
somebody
because
else fight.
no, I think there's the real reason. If I got to say it,
To
is
focus on
to
this?
focus on
Yeah.
this.
I wouldn't.
Everybody
I wouldn't
else
say
is
you're
tired.
wrong. Yeah.
Everybody else in this room is tired.
Well, he's going against Mark. Mark fought
To the very end
to the
of
very
tag,
end. Yeah, he was the runner-up in the tag
and he's
team.
fought all of these.
He's going on at least match 12 of
And
the
they
day.
were sparring yesterday.
Minimum match 12 of the day.
Yeah. And they were sparring yesterday, too.
Unbelievable. Mark Carrico, a lot of matches. A lot of matches.
Yeah, we've
in
seen
one
a lot
day.
of sides of Mark today because, Mark being an ex-Marine, he's got a little bit of that want to win, frustration.
Oh, yeah.
We saw frustration. We saw happiness. We saw him training people that he ended up fighting,
Yeah, we saw him working with Terry in the back. And,
Yep.
Yeah. I mean,
So
yeah.
we saw a lot out of Mark
That
today.
was today, wasn't it? That seemed like a whole nother day.
I just, if
Unbelievable.
I have to
This-
give it to anybody, I don't see Mark coming out with the gold.
Yeah.
But I love him, and I will root for him every step of the way.
I'm sure Jason has a way around Mark's length and reach. But, man, Mark's been on fire.
Yeah.
I
But he's tired.
would like to see him win it, just to see something different. It is Pike versus Pike. Jason three-peat. I'd like to see that too. I love Jason.
I
Man.
think the three-peat would be crazy, man.
I could flip the purple TSL 4 coin.
What do they say? Sometimes it's awesome
Here.
to watch
All right.
somebody on top lose, and
Heads-
sometimes it's
heads
awesome to see them go
TSL4.
three-peat.
Tails judging. I'm gonna call it in the air. We'll go heads is Jason, tails is Mark. Oh, let's try that again. Tails. I'm going with Mark Carrico.
And I'm going to go Jason.
That's how I decide things in life. I let the coin do it, just like Two-Face.
But if Mark wins, I said Mark.
Of course. If he asked me what you
Mark.
said, I'll be like, oh, he
I
had
said
you all
Mark.
the way. Yeah,
If
yeah,
you guys
100%.
if you guys rat on me,
He won't watch this live stream back.
I'm a big dude. All right.
Dale's
I'm
a nice
6'4".
guy, but he could be intimidating.
I'm
if
6'4". I'm
he needs to
310.
be.
And I don't want to have to come out of
Three
anybody
Pete's
if you rat on me.
looking like a
I
very,
think we got a
very high
3-peat tonight.
possibility.
Yes.
Mr. David Loudenslager.
Oh.
You can
That,
see, you
okay.
can see David
David's
talking
in
to us.
David's in
No, you
Jason's
can't, no,
corner.
we're
I'm
on
gonna have to
ours.
rescind
Here, let's go.
my
Let's go
3-peat.
back. There's Mr. Loudenslager. Yep.
Yeah.
All Jason all day is if that didn't come through the
So is it
mics.
because Mark beat you? No. You see how I go for the drama?
Oh yeah, stirring the pot.
Yeah, this is what this is all
Dale
about.
has to stir the pot.
Yeah, I'm Mark's Paul Heyman. So, you know.
That's true.
Oh, okay, here.
Let's put it this way. Jason and I fought TSL 2 in the finals, right? We had a really good match. He beat me. He was faster. Then I went around and taught him all my tricks. And then I coached him after dropping out of TSL 3, and he had no problem schooling through that. So, same thing now.
Yep.
I think
It's
I said
coaching.
3-peat. Let me tell you.
It's all
I
the
said,
coaching.
I said 3-peat. Now, if he loses, do we pull David up here and just let him have it?
If he loses?
If Jason loses.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I think so.
Probably.
David's a little full of himself right now.
Oh yeah.
The smile is deep. You know, the
It
smile is
is.
ear
It
to
is.
ear.
He has a somewhat eerie smile at times too with that
Yeah,
beard.
he's got the
Yeah.
very long eye teeth.
Yeah. Yes.
I think vampire when he comes at me. You
Here
know?
we go. We got our runner-up fight, the third
It's the
place
kilt
battle.
really that gets me.
We got
It's very Highlander.
Charlie Cummings versus Jason Hayden.
Does David have a nickname?
Who?
David, the technician.
Oh, Loudenslager,
That's a good nickname.
the technician.
Yeah, that's a good nickname.
Jason Newing, the professor. I always like that one too.
I
Although
was
I've been calling him
gonna
Cryo
call him
Chamber Man.
the kilt lifter. The kilt lifter.
The
That's
kilt
my
lifter.
nickname for him.
For David or
Yeah.
for okay. Makes sense. Tracks. Oh yeah, go ahead and hit the button up there. Just the yeah. All right.
Silver bells.
Silver bells. Yeah, we're good.
Last fight of the not last fight.
Second to last fight. This is the runner-up.
Oh my
fight.
God! Do we really need to know third place?
Or the third place match. I know, right? It's 9:09.
Do
We
you
were
know
supposed
how
to finish
hungry
10
I am?
minutes ago.
Can we do this to best of or to 2 points?
Can we do this tomorrow? Just
Can
kidding.
we do this tomorrow? I'm thinking of Sunday. Let him rest.
Nope, there are no tournaments on Sunday. I'll be at the pool catching a tan. All right. The madness ensues.
Looking great over there in that armor, Mr. Hayden.
Mr. Hayden looks great. Charlie looks great.
Quite dapper, really.
Yeah. I'm excited for this match. This one, I want to see someone have like a suit over there, like buy like a triple XL suit, put it over their armor.
Yes. How about like a zoot suit? We
Yeah.
could get the Mexico
Yeah,
charter in
yeah.
a zoot suit.
Yeah, I'm all for it.
That'd be awesome.
I am all for it. I got their patch, so I'm
When
happy.
they come in, they're like rock stars, by the way.
Yeah, they love it. They love it. We love them. They're amazing.
Their videos are awesome.
Yeah, they do some great stuff. I like them.
It's good to see like a charter like really excited.
Yeah. Well, and I'm excited for their tournament coming up in November.
Yeah.
All
so
right.
we are 1-0. Looks like Charlie takes the lead.
Yep, Charlie, our red fighter.
Oh, look, over the top.
Jason, our blue
But
fighter.
It looks like Blue takes a point against Charlie.
Oh yeah.
Hayden takes his first point, gets himself on the board. We are 1-up.
Still single elimination.
It's so cool to see him up here too. He's so excited about this stuff. Jason Hayden.
Jason Hayden, yeah,
Yeah.
Definitely. He said a great showing. Him and Arkansas have shown out.
Look at him just stepping back.
They showed up. They showed up and showed out.
Do you see how nicely he stepped back away from that? I mean, he did end up walking into it, but like he's
Right.
with a lot of training or with a little bit of training more, he can just use that to his advantage. The ability to know distance is so important. Look at them just eyeing each other up. They've been
Yeah.
fighting all
Yeah, a
day.
lot of patience right now in these fighters.
The fact that they're not falling on their butt.
And should we call it patience or should we call it tiredness?
I was saying the fact that they're not falling on their butt.
Oh, yeah. The conditioning in these fighters is excellent. You can
Yes.
tell everyone really did put a focus on conditioning. I talked to a lot of fighters leading up to it, and that's the one thing I heard is
Oh, did you see?
conditioning,
Knocked him up.
conditioning.
Red does look like he got the point, but blue did push him up. It was a nice showing.
2-1. 2-1.
Oh, we are reminded of the rules. Blame the divas over here for that being in the wrong corner, but we do want to see them enter,
Yeah,
coming together.
blame me and Dale.
Yeah.
Actually, blame whoever laid the tape and didn't ask us
didn't
prior
ask
to
us.
You
Don't they know at this
yeah.
point, if you're not asking us what's going on, that you're wrong? I mean, at this point, Terry is answering to us about who fights where.
That's true. 3-1 now. Red with a 2-point advantage.
I hope he never listens to that.
Oh, he never watches these things back. Ever.
He's here.
Ever.
Right?
Yeah, he's line judging right now, so he can't hear
he
us.
can't even hear me.
Nope. Red gets the point. 4-1 now.
4-1.
One more match remaining
Hey,
after
ain't got no
this.
give up.
Oh, no. He just took that point, it looks like to me.
I don't. There you go.
Blue point.
4-2. Hayden has a 2-point deficit, but he can definitely come back from this.
1 minute.
1 minute remaining. 4-2, low scoring.
Look at him, he just X back, but then he came right back in.
Simultaneous.
I think
We have
Charlie's
3
realizing.
judges on 3 simultaneous. Yeah.
Stepping to the side could help a lot of these fighters. Step to the side.
I'm gonna start doing that every time she issues a warning. I'm just kidding, I'm not. But we can
You'd
pretend.
be cooler if you did.
Not really, because I don't think I'll have a voice tomorrow.
Where did I do that from?
I'd be dead by the 3rd fight. These fighters' stamina is legendary. Yeah, it is. It is honestly.
I've been sitting
something to
here all day
behold.
and I'm tired.
Yeah, really. I've barely walked like 6,000 steps all day, and I'm exhausted.
Well, you did work out this morning.
I'm running in my mouth. That's
Yeah.
about the only thing I'm running anymore. Yeah, I did go get a quick lift in it. It's a little 30-minute tune-up lift. But
Get the sheen on.
yeah, did a little yoga. Got to keep limber,
4-1 now. They lost a point due to
Are we
another
going
simultaneous.
backwards?
Yeah.
30 seconds.
30 seconds remaining in
4-1,
this
3-point
low-scoring
deficit.
affair.
The thing is, Charlie's just holding it out at this point. You
He's
got to
playing-
step
he's
to the
playing-
side.
Yeah, he's
You
playing
got-
defense. He's just.
Watch,
He knows he has the lead. He's just going to hold
Jason
that
Newey
lead.
does it well. You got to step to the side.
Yeah.
You can't run right into him.
No.
5-1, 4-point. But Charlie's been doing this. Talk about. So we were told that Jason has been doing this for 5 months. Charlie has been doing this for much longer than that.
Right.
And he's just showing his veteran capability at this point.
Oh, for sure. For sure. Charlie was runner-up. Charlie was runner-up in last year's. Exotics tournament. So.
Hayden pushes Charlie to the corner and takes the point. 2-5, 3-point deficit at this point.
15 seconds.
Oh, just Charlie just held it out there.
He did. Let him run right into it. 6-2.
6-2.
Under 30 seconds remaining. Yeah, I'd be dead after a few fights too. I just don't have the stamina.
Yeah, he's just holding it out there at this point.
You lacking the
They're
stamina?
both so tired.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, but
He countered
Hayden
his
gets the
butt.
point.
6-3. Time's gonna be called here any
Spent for
second.
a point.
Or final exchange.
Final exchange.
Moot point.
Oh, he gets the point.
He does, but it's
Bringing it,
too
yeah.
little, too late. 6-4
You know
is
what?
the final.
A 2-point deficit looks better than a 3.
That's true. That's true.
We could give a round of applause at home for these amazing
Yeah,
fighters.
Charlie coming in 3rd place.
Jason putting on his first ever appearance and going to the very end.
Wow.
The last match was just announced.
Some emotion from Charlie. A lot of emotion.
My throat is parched. We need
yeah.
to, I've been thinking about dinner for about 6 hours.
Since you ate last.
Since the last time I ate, it just wasn't enough.
Since literally the walk back.
Yes.
Everyone's like, man, when's dinner? I think we're all going out for Korean barbecue tonight. It's a big Legion Korean barbecue
Is that what we're
night.
doing?
Yep.
I'm down.
It's going to be phenoms.
I'm actually Dale, but I am down to go.
What did I say?
I don't know.
Oh,
I was
like,
making
did I call you a different name? I'm so tired. I don't even know.
I said I'm down, but I wanted people to know
that you're Dale.
Look, it was a bad joke. They've gotten progressively worse, and they were never good in the first place. Okay, Thor?
Yeah. I'm sorry. Way to go, Charlie. Way to go, buddy. Way to go.
Good job.
and you were red.
So Charlie, in his elderly age, has forgotten colors. Oh.
Charlie, like the judges, like the directors, and like the commentators, was confused on what color fighter he was and thought he was playing from behind with a healthy lead most of that whole round. Only Charlie. Only Charlie.
We have an
here we
exchange
go.
of patches in the corner.
Finals
Jason,
of
Hayden,
the
Cumming.
exotic tournament. Mark Carrico, our red fighter. Jason Newing, the two-time champ,
So this is
looking
the last
to be the
chance. Who
third
do you
time.
think? You flipped for Mark.
I did
but
flip
real,
for Mark, but
real.
Jason.
Yeah.
I think Jason.
Jason's taking this.
I think Jason. He wants it so bad.
Oh.
Mark gets that first point though.
I can't change my mind. No, I'm just kidding.
No. Mark is tough to get around. Just the way he holds it. It's so unconventional.
He's
unconventional
so tired, though. Look at him.
didn't bother. Yeah, he is. But is he just going to
he's staying
sit back
online
and let
with him.
Jason run into it?
He's staying online with him.
Blue got that one. Ties it up 1-1. Yep, tied at 1.
Melody Graham giving her explanation, which is thoughtful, and we.
Oh yeah, Jason right on the arm. Yep.
Now we are 2-1. Jason Newing up by 1.
In the finals of the exotic tournament.
Oh, Mark!
Our last
arm head
for
right there. If they were counting points just off of what just happened, he got 3.
He did get
we
tap,
are
tap,
2
tap.
up. Yep.
2-2.
2 up. Mark wants this so bad too. You have to know that.
Both
Mark
fighters
wants this.
especially after coming in runner-up in the tag, to win exotics would mean a lot.
It looks like again we're getting Simo with blue called on the end.
Yep.
It's just about what you see. She knew that where they were standing, that these two probably had a better understanding. See how they're both facing this way.
Right, they had a better view of it.
Yeah,
right, exactly.
And she went with the trust of the people she has calling the match with her for a Simo. Still 2-2.
Oh.
I was going to say Simo
Jason.
again. Oh, but Jason. Oh, because he
knocked
over.
He knocked it away and then he just goes thrust in with it.
2-3. Jason Newing up by a point again.
This is going to go back and forth this whole time.
Yeah.
100%.
Unless one just gets some steam. Yeah, there you go.
Back and forth we go.
Yeah, no, that was 4-2.
No, 4-2. My bad.
Five, 2. Jason Newing taking the lead by 3 points.
Bam.
They both want it, but I just think the lack of the amount that Jason fought today, along with how bad he wants that 3-peat.
Mark on his maybe 12th or 13th match.
Just for today.
Jason on his third?
Yeah.
Or fourth?
Because he got a bye.
Yeah, bye in the first round. So he's either on his third or fourth match.
6-2.
Let me look that up right now.
Looks like Red gets the point there, bringing the deficit to 3 points, 3-6.
This is his fourth match.
Yep, in favor of Jason.
Mark Carrico had 3 times more matches than Jason Newing today.
Yep.
3 times. That's got to come into effect.
7-3. Oh, it has to.
I think the score is kind of
it's
indicative
showing
of
that
right now. Yes. I tried to be fancy with the indicative.
No, it was
terminology, but showing is more correct.
No, hey, look, I don't question you.
Oh, I would definitely question you. I'm a loose cannon.
Are you?
I've been called a Maverick.
If your cannon had a name, what would it be?
Tiffany.
Oh, okay. 9-3. Both
Yep,
fighters
match point.
came in today. They both showed
amazing skill.
Oh yeah, just skill and fighting.
Mark
you
all
know,
day.
just spirit, you know.
And that's it. All judges called Jason. Jason closes it out. And
Beautiful
still the Exotics Tournament champion for the 3rd time in a row, Jason the Professor Newing. All right, we'll let it run for a little bit for awards and
We're gonna stand up.
Sabs and all the Saber presentation.
Yeah.
I think
job.
we are. Nope, that's the standard.
That's actually mine.
Yeah, that's the commentator's belt.
Yeah.
We commandeered it, like everything we did today.
If he touches my belt again, I'm gonna get crazy.
I might have to reach up and smack a fool.
Yeah, just not him.
No,
like a fool on the street who's
I'll
drunk.
grab somebody walking by. Somebody on the
Or
street.
maybe someone who's already passed out drunk, and I
Right.
just slap him just to get it out of my
Where's
system.
Jamil at?
Oh, Jamil needs it. He's gone.
Oh yeah, he left a long time ago.
There's Eric Rimbliss over there.
Oh, I like Eric. He's a fellow wrestling fan. I want to slap him.
No.
I don't see anybody slappable around. I'll have to table this till later.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh.
Well, let us know what you guys thought of the Exotics tournament. Honestly, actually, I think we're just gonna end it here. They're gonna present the medals and stuff, and we'll post some pictures of that later. But honestly, Thor based on my banner, Dale Shadowcrest Designs, Saber Legion, TSL 4, CombatCon, Flamingo Las Vegas.
Hashtag
Nevada,
United Through Sabers.
Hashtag United Through Sabers. Hashtag TSL4. Honestly, thank everyone for watching.
Hashtag Spiffy.
We will see you all on tomorrow's stream starting at noon Vegas time for the Standards Tournament. Deuces.
Peace.